Cardone, and I also learned how to open a marketing agency, and I'm on track to do $1.2 million. Let's go.
My company was making around 800,000 a year. Now we have surpassed 2 million.
Before Grant in June 2015, I was making zero. Last year we did 5 million.
We ended the year last year at 14.5 million. We're now on track to finish at 20 million for the year.
The most that I made at my job was about 80,000 a year. And now, I am a business owner. So for this year, we are on our way to $250,000.
So we were doing about $1.5 million. This year we're going to do 7 million. If everything goes right, we'll do 20 million on acquisitions.
Last year we did roughly around 3 million. We're on track this year for 11 million in gross revenue.
We started even under 6 figures, and we've now surpassed 7 figures in the last 3 years consecutively.
I'm on track to making $120,000 with Grant Cardone, and I also learned how to open a marketing agency, and I'm on track to do $1.2 million. Let's go.
My company was making around 800,000 a year. Now we have surpassed 2 million.
Before Grant in June 2015, I was making zero. Last year we did 5 million.
We ended the year last year at 14.5 million. We're now on track to finish at 20 million for the year.
The most that I made at my job was about 80,000 a year. And now, I am a business owner. So for this year, we are on our way to $250,000.
So we were doing about $1.5 million. This year we're going to do 7 million. If everything goes right, we'll do 20 million on acquisition.
Welcome, Grant Cardone here. Hope everybody's doing well today. Talk to you about your money, your finances, and your business. And if you're not in business, I want to get you in business today because it's important that you get your money right. Here we are in this time of the year, this moment where you have come to pay attention to your finances. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe you're an individual. Maybe you have a job right now, but male, female, black, white, brown, you're a waitress, you're a salesman, you're a startup, but you're looking for money. This is the common theme that people have today that come to me. Hey, dude, how do I make more money? How do I get more money? How do I add money? How do I scale? How do I grow? I'm concerned about my finances. Congratulations for being here today. If you're concerned about your finances, more importantly, concerned about your future, and you want to change the condition, you want to evolve as an earner. When I started being concerned about money when I was just 10 years old. Literally 10 years old. Mm-hmm. Jared Glantz with me today.
Hey.
Here we are today to help you guys, support you. Look, I can't make promises that you can become a billionaire, but I can promise you that if you don't change what you know about money, where you go to get money, how you handle money, think about money, how you approach money, your money condition is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. I can promise you that. That's my guarantee. If you don't change what you know about money and finance and approach it, how you approach it, who you handle, who you deal with, who you work with, how you think about it, look, your condition's going to get worse, okay? If you're taking notes today, by the way, you should be taking a lot of notes today because I'm going to load up your book. I'm going to spend about 90 minutes with you showing you 10 strategies that I've used to grow my business and my income, okay? Not just my brand. A lot of people talk about me being a brand, but I'm not trying to grow my brand. I'm trying to grow my income. Always trying to grow my gross revenue that we'll be talking about. We're going to break this down and make it very simple, okay? In the chat, if I could see this, Johnny, if there's a way for me to see it, I'd love to know how many of you, you're probably 3 groups of people here, okay? Probably a group of business owners. You could own a business right now. If you're a business owner, just put BO or business owner in the chat, okay? Maybe number 2, you're running a household, and that'll be HH. You're running a household. By the way, a household is a business. I would absolutely tell all of you, if your kid's mowing lawns or cleaning up snow shovels, that's a business. You're running a lemonade stand, that's a business, okay? I was trained to believe that everything I'm doing is a business. A lot of business owners in here, by the way, okay? The third thing is you're an individual and you want to earn $1 million a year or another million, okay? So basically 3 groups of people here today. You're a business owner, you're running a business right now, you're probably operating a business right now. We'll break this group down. A lot of business owners, retired household. Good. So let's say you're a retired household, but you're like, dude, I still need revenue. I need revenue. My household needs revenue so I can pay my expenses, pay for the house, pay for the rent, pay for gas, electricity, so I can cover inflation. Or maybe I'm an individual, I'm just getting out of college, I'm a waitress, I'm a bartender, I'm a personal assistant, I work for a company, I'm a personal assistant, and I want to figure out how to change my income and one day have a net worth of $1 million, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna show you guys 10 strategies that I've used. Let me know when my graph is ready, guys.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna share with you guys 10 strategies that I've used. I've been fascinated with this topic since I was 10 years old. Okay, so if I could just take a moment to tell you this short story. When I was 10 years old, my dad died. Some of you know that story. What happened was my dad was the earner in the company, in the household. He went to work every day. He earned about $50,000, $52,000 a year, I think was his top year. This is 1968. And he used that to pay the house, the cars, the food, okay? Houses were paid for, boom, the house was paid for, no debt on anything. He had 2 cars, they were paid for. He had a life insurance policy, and he had his income. And let's see, what else did he, oh yeah, he had a couple of investments that had a little bit of income associated with them. So what is this? The house is paid for, okay? Food's paid for out of income, right? So my dad's making 52 grand a year and it's going, boom, maintains the house, but the house had no debt. What is this? Cars, this is the cars. This is back when cars were cheap. I mean, it didn't seem cheap at the time. Bang, the cars are there. He's paying for the cars, they're paid for. Okay, and then the life insurance, this is something my dad bought. This would kick in when he died. The income would stop. This is what I want to show you what happens, okay? The income stopped. So y'all know, my dad dies on a Thursday. By the following Thursday, there's no more paychecks. You guys understand that's how that game works, right? So the income stops. Now there's 6 kids, there was 7. Now there's 6 kids, 5 kids and a mom that need income, but the income's over, okay? Actually, I was reading this morning. Do you know that 21% of Americans don't have any money in savings? Nothing.
That's crazy.
Okay? Check this out. 37% of Americans, 37%, 100 million people in this country, if they lost their job, they could not pay for their lifestyle. Couldn't pay their rent, couldn't pay for their gas, couldn't pay for their electricity, much less a home, okay? So what happened right here was the income stopped. When the income stopped, that's a problem on food, okay? It's a problem on investments, okay? There was a little bit of income right from these investments that came in every quarter that my mom needed. So what does my mom to do? My mom's got to sell the house. She literally sold both cars, downsized everything because this life insurance kicked in and my mom had to live off the life insurance. And the only thing she had now was she had to sell her investments. We still got food. We still need cars. We still got a house. She's got kids. Okay, we got clothes. Okay, we got this life insurance, which is a savings policy. And what's my mom doing? My mom's tapping into that and it's depleting this account every single day. So I want to welcome everybody here because you're probably faced with that same thing. Now I'm over here, I'm a kid, one of the 6 kids or one of the 5 kids, and I'm sitting here watching my mom scared, terrified. She's 48 years old. She should be worried about, she should be grieving the loss of her husband. Instead, she's like, how am I going to pay for my lifestyle? Now, let's translate that. That's a household. 3 groups of people here: household, business owners, startups, okay? How does that relate to a business owner? All right? I don't know if you guys know this, but there's 32 million small businesses in America today. About 75% of them, by the way, have no employees. It's a one-man or one-woman operation. Okay, it's basically a job. Okay, most of these companies do not make any money. I think less than 1% make $1 million. Now, I just want you guys to have the facts here. You should have a legal pad. If you've ever been to one of my events before, we do all kind of events. We do, I don't know. We do this every, like,
100 a year.
we do a bunch of these to help you guys. This is what I wanted when I was 10 years old. I'm sitting here watching my mom. How can I help, Mom? Well, you can mow the grass. Okay, but mowing the grass didn't get us income. It saved us money, okay? You can eat all your cereal. Okay, that didn't bring money in, it just saved money. So that's what my mom did, right? So when you're squeezed, when you have expenses for 6 and the income stops, you have no income now, this is 0, and no way to get income, what do? You try to reduce the expenses. So my mom would be like, eat all your food, okay? Don't waste anything, turn out the lights. Everything was based on reducing expenses rather than increasing income. I'm like, Mom, how can I help? And all my mom would tell me to do is save money. Saving money does not get you out of your situation. So today what we want to do is we want to spend all our time talking about how do I add revenue. And if you'd like to add revenue, put in the chat right now, what revenue dollar would you like to add to your household, to your startup, to your job, or to your business, okay? Go ahead.
What I was going to say is maybe just for, there's a bunch of people here, some may not know you. You want to just introduce yourself, and then they've got a graph that kind of just tells the story also.
Yeah, so I don't know how to get to the graph, though. Are they just going to pop it in for me?
Yeah, we just call for it when you're ready.
Yeah, so Johnny, just show this little graph in the background, okay? My name's Grant Cardone. I started, again, my interest in money was when I lost my dad. We lost the income, okay? We lost the income. I'll tell you when to bring it up, Johnny. When we lost the income, my mom said, okay, reduce the expenses. Now, that's not what we should have done. What we should have done is look how to add revenue because I lost income, right? Like if you lost milk from your refrigerator, you'd go get more milk. That's the only way you get milk is to get milk. You don't reduce the amount of milk you're drinking. This has got to be a creation moment, okay? So this is what I'm going to be spending time with you today. By the time I was 25 years old, I had gone to college, high school. I was interested in money. I was interested in finance. I think most people are very interested in it just because you got to deal with it every day. And I was propelled to learn about money, okay? Johnny, do you have the evolution of an individual? This is me as an individual. Basically, I'm a kid. You know, you start as a kid. Show that little evolution thing that we create, Johnny. And this is how everybody starts, and this is my evolution. I've gone from being a kid that's not paying attention, student, part-time employee, full-time employee, manager, executive, partner, CEO, investor, and now philanthropist, okay? My first job was selling shoes part-time. I had a part-time job selling shoes. I had a job working at the refinery. I had a job working on the boats. During the summer, I'd go out on the boats and work for, I don't know what they were paying, 18 bucks an hour or something. That was a big wage back then, by the way. 18 bucks an hour, 2 weeks offshore, 2 weeks on. I thought it was a cool job. The refinery job was probably paying 10 or 11 bucks an hour. I worked at McDonald's. They paid me $3 an hour to work at McDonald's. These were just jobs. I had a sales job. I worked in a clothing store as a salesperson. This is when I was a kid, a student, and a part-time employee. I get out of college, I got debt. I'm a full-time employee. I get a full-time job, okay? I get good at that full-time job, probably what you're gonna do. I got really good at that full-time job, and then I'm like, okay, I wanna become a manager. I wanna start managing people. I make a little more money. But what are you trying to do the whole time? You're trying to make money, okay? The kid doesn't get paid any money, maybe an allowance. The student gets paid some part-time money to pay his expenses. The part-time employee gets paid a little bit of money. By the way, 1/3 of Americans today are holding a second job right now just to take care of their expenses. That's the highest number in the history of the United States. Why? Because of inflation. Cost of living's going up, okay? How do you handle the cost of living? You reduce the cost of living, or do you make more income? See, today we're going to focus on more income. Okay, the full-time employee, he goes to a full-time employee, he's like, I need to make more money because you're trying to make more money to take care of expenses. Then you're like, I'm gonna become a manager to do what? To try to hopefully make more money, okay? I'm gonna become an executive. Hopefully I want more responsibility to make more money. To be a partner, now I'll get real good money. Maybe I get a big score from the company, CEO, investor, philanthropist, where at the end of the day, you end up giving all your money away anyway, okay? Johnny, is my graph in there? So I'm going to show you my graph, just so you guys understand. I have not always been successful. And consider myself slightly successful today compared to what I think is possible. In 1984, I was making about $75,000 a year as a full-time salesperson. This graph does not do the whole journey Justice. Because I would leave that job and become a part-time, a full-time self-employed and literally make less money. Okay, I want you guys to make a note here. The average self-employed person makes less money. I think Tony wants to tell you something.
No, go ahead.
Oh, the money's leaving. Boom, money's gone. Okay, throw that money here. Let me just throw that money here, okay? Okay, this is 80 grand right now. Was sitting here and they just came in and took it from me. So bye-bye money. Money's leaving. That's what happens with money. Money comes in, money leaves. What do you have to do? You got to replace more money. Everybody's like, man, I sure would like to get 80 grand extra. Okay, good. We'll show you how to do that today. How about this? 80 grand a month extra. That's what $1 million a year is, okay? 80 grand every month, 20,000 every week. It's about 2,800 bucks every day. Okay, it's about $80 every hour, and it's about $1.30 every minute. See, we're going to break it down today and show you how to get more money. And that's what I did when I was, I guess I had been in the game about 7, 8 years, and somebody said, bro, you need to understand money. From 1984 to 1994, for 10 years, I busted my ass. Okay, if you see this graph right here. For 10 years, I was a worker. For 10 years of my adult life, I focused on work, grind, and saving. And you could see for those 10 years, that graph is basically, don't worry about the end of the graph. We should show this. See where the little star is? See, basically, I'm doing nothing. I'm going up and down the whole time. I'm back to me, Johnny. I'm going up and down. It's not really moving because what am I focused on? Work. That's cool. Work's an important thing. I'm grinding. That's a cool thing. Saving money. Okay, that's cool. But dude, it's not going to get you ahead. In fact, if you're taking notes, 21% of people in this country today have saved no money. Why? And they're working, and they're grinding, and they're saving. Well, they can't save because they don't earn any money. So when your mom and dad said, save your money, 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 then there's no money left over. Did you know that there's $17 trillion? That's half of the entire amount of the GDP debt. $17 trillion. This is not government debt, by the way. I don't know why we don't hear about this every day. Is this some more zeros? Or is that enough?
No, that's enough. 17 trillion, yeah.
That's consumer debt, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the debt of the U.S. economy. That's individual debt, credit cards, houses, cars, etc. Okay? 37% of Americans, if they lost their job, they would not be able to pay their bills. Okay? Why am I telling you all this? This is not a doomsday message. This is a wake-up message. Wake up. You do not earn enough money. Okay? 32 million small businesses in America. 32 million of them. All of which, by the way, we work with thousands of businesses in America. Okay? All of these guys, all of them agree with a couple things. Number one, I could make more money. I've never met a business owner that said, bro, do you think you're getting it all? Not one of them. Okay? 64% of the entire 32 million break even or lose money. What does that tell me? It tells me the same thing about the individual, okay? It tells me my mom didn't know about money. She didn't understand how to manage money. She thought she had to reduce her expenditures when the truth is we needed to replace the income that went away when my dad left. Okay, so how do you do that, right? Uh-oh, did my screen go away? How do you do that? 32 million small businesses all say they can make more money. 64% of them break even or lose money, okay? So what's happening? There's something wrong. Today, with your permission, I want to confront what's wrong, what you don't know, okay? Now, for those of you, for those of you who love what I do and you're diehards and you're like, dude, I want to go hard, I want to go deep on this topic. For the next 90 minutes, you guys are going to be loaded up with information. You're going to love that. For you guys that love information, you're going to love it. Some of you, though, are going to be like, hey, it was like drinking, the back of your throat's going to be like blown out because it's going to be drinking through a fire hose, okay? Because it's going to come at you so hard. For those of the consummate, committed business owners out there that want to grow your business, $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, $100 million, If you go back to my graph, Johnny, I just want to show you guys what I've done in my career. Okay, I couldn't make more than 250 grand a year, and we do that every day now. Okay, literally, I went from couldn't make 75 grand a year, sometimes 40,000 a year, to we'll do $600 million in gross revenue this year, and I have never taken a penny from the king. I've never taken a penny from Wall Street. I've never ever sold pieces or parts of my company off to do that. That's $600 million in gross revenue.
Organic growth, yeah.
Huh?
Organic growth.
Organic top line growth, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys how I did this, but it did require me to get educated. I'm sorry, to get uneducated first. I had been indoctrinated to be a worker bee, not an owner, not a business owner. Even though I was a business owner, I wasn't thinking like a business owner. I wasn't thinking like a mogul. I wasn't thinking up to my potential, okay? So for those of you who like, dude, 90 minutes isn't enough, I wanna go hard, we put together an opportunity for you. It's called 10X Your Business Interactive. I can't get out, Johnny. 10X Your Business Interactive package. You can go to grantcardone.com/go. grantcardone.com/go. I'm not gonna even go over the package. It's so stupid. It's ridiculous, okay? I'm also, for the first 100 people that take advantage of this without me even telling you what the opportunity is, it's a $20,000 offer for $297. And we give you a credit at the store, which virtually means you paid for nothing. And we give you our profit planner, which is bonkers. You'll see that in about 2/3 of this presentation. I'm gonna show you our profit planner, which would show you exactly what you have to do if you wanted to make 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, or even $1 billion. I'll show you that today. Any of you that want to take advantage of that, the first 100 people also, I'm going to give you a free call.
One-on-one.
I got people standing by right now that are going to share 3 things with you that you would have to do right now to add $1 million to your business. So you guys that want to take advantage of that, this is the goal today. I'm going to show you 10 things that I have done across a real estate business, a digital business, an online business, an educational business, a health business, a consulting company, a door-to-door sales company that we've worked in HVAC, solar, roofing, chiropractic, dentistry, furniture. Like I've probably been in your business, finance, real estate.
There's about 76 industries that we currently work in.
Yeah, so just imagine you're a kid that cannot figure out how to make 40 grand a year, okay? Like I was. Like couldn't find the right job. Then I get in a job and I get good at it, and then I want to be the manager. Now I'm making maybe 75 or 80 grand a year. I'm like, I still can't like get ahead. And then I end up getting blown out of that job because of politics. And now I got a business of my own. I'm like, oh my God, I got a business of my own. I don't know anything about business. Okay, I literally for 3 years made less money at the new business than I made at the old business, okay? Where I was working for somebody, I was making about 90 grand a year, and now I went to 40,000 a year. I went backwards because I didn't know anything about running a business, okay? So what we're gonna do today is show you over the period of, I guess, 30 years now that I've been doing business, how I figured out between the mindset and the operations and the scaling, how I actually broke through some of these spots. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, the thing that I'm most excited about that you guys are going to learn today, because I've been with Grant for 13 years. When I started, the business was doing about $3 million a year in revenue. And so I've been able to see all of these things that you guys are going to be learning. I've been able to see those get implemented. And one thing that Grant wanted to do, because I had some ideas on things that people could do, should do, to help grow their business and jumpstart their revenue, is Grant was like, look, I want to be sure that everything that we're teaching today, everything that you're going to learn today, costs no money to install in your business. Literally, these are things that you can take all your notes today. If you never did anything else with us, you take your notes today, you can go put this stuff to work in your business, and your revenue will increase immediately. These are not things that take a long time, not redeploying strategy, not creating a bunch of new products and services.
Buying ads.
Literally, these are things you can do for free in your business. And when you take advantage of the offer on this free one-on-one personalized strategy call, our team's basically going to get a full diagnosis of where you're at right now. And based on that call, they're going to recommend to you 3 things that you can do for free that we won't be including in this presentation because it's going to be personalized to you, that you can do and you can go put in your business to work absolutely immediately at 0 cost.
So let's get started with the most important thing, okay? It's the most important thing. Remember, we're looking for $1 million today. Now, if you guys don't want to do $1 million, you want to do 10 million, I'm good with that. I'd like to grow in $10 million tranches. I'd like to grow in 100 million. That's what I think of. The 10X rule is a book I wrote back here. The 10X rule is basically how to think in terms of not increments and adding, but in terms of multiplying and and division. Okay, you want to think about how do I multiply something. So let's say somebody's making $75,000 a year running your own business. We want to take that to $750,000. I want to figure out how do I add $1 million so I get some room in that business, okay? So I'm going to give you 10 strategies. You'd want to get a piece of paper right now, write these down. Number one thing that has to happen, and this happened to me when I was 34 years old. A man came to me and said, bro, you got to think different. I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm pushing, I'm shoving, and I'm saving. Everything that the Millionaire Next Door, I'm reading that book. Dave Ramsey's teaching no debt. I had no debt, okay? I had no debt. Everything was paid for. I'm doing everything smart. I'm pushing, shoving, working, busting my ass, and I cannot get ahead, okay? And the guy said to me, bro, you got to change your mind, okay? And I said, what do you mean? He's like, you need to think in millions, not in thousands. You know, there's an old saying. I don't know how many of you know this saying. You might want to write it down. Poor people, okay, poor people won't invest money. They spend money. Poor people spend money. I didn't want to be poor, so guess what I did? Don't spend money, okay? I'm like, I'm not going to spend money and I won't be poor. Not necessarily, okay? Poor people spend money. Millionaires will invest thousands and thousands of dollars to become millionaires. See the difference? There's a middle right here, by the way. This is the middle class. Middle class are basically the forgotten poor. The forgotten poor save their money. You could put another link in here, okay? I should actually. The middle class right here, these are poor people. The middle class are the forgotten poor. They can't get by. I can show you all the statistics that say the middle class in America is shrinking, and it's not what it was when I grew up.
Dude, 50% of six-figure earners today live paycheck to paycheck.
50% of what?
50% of six-figure earners live paycheck to paycheck.
And I think 40% of millionaires, look up the number. I think 40% of people, $1 million earners today are saying, hey, I don't have any money left over after the $1 million earning. So these are middle class right here, forgotten. These are basically poor people. My daughter said this once. She's like, oh, the middle class is basically poor people. I said, this is where I lived at least 40 years of my life. I lived in the middle class. I was never poor. Okay, why? Because I didn't spend money. Poor people spend their money. They spend all of it. Okay, the middle class basically saves money. They try to, this is what my mother was doing. She's saving money. Millionaires invest thousands of dollars to become millionaires. And guess what? What do the Billy Killers do? They'll invest millions, okay? Now, what's happening here is the mindset. And you're like, oh, I don't have money, dude. I don't have money. No. You don't have the mindset. Okay. Number one, strategy. The 10 strategies I'm going to share with you today. The most important thing, folks, you want to write this down. You need to think in millions and tens of millions, not thousands. Okay. B note on that. You need to think about earning, not spending. Spending is not your problem. For those of you taking notes, spending's not your problem, and debt is not your problem, by the way. Listen to me. Nobody has a debt problem, and nobody has a spending problem. You can't have a spending problem or a debt problem without having, which is senior, an income problem. Okay, so if you're spending and debting 100 grand a year, but you're making 10 million a year, you no longer have a debt or a savings problem. So we got to get you guys to think in terms of millions and tens of millions or hundreds of millions if you can think that big. In the chat, how big do you want to think today? Let's see what the evolution here is in the 8-figure mindset, okay?
It's going to take a second.
Okay, invest in crypto? Okay, but dude, if you don't have any money, you're waiting for the crypto to go. You guys need to 100x yourselves. You can't wait for the crypto to go to $1 million. You got to figure out, how do I go get $1 million, $10 million, $100 million? How do I go get that so I can buy some crypto? Okay, look at the think now. Hazel, 100 million. Natalie, 500 million. Man, these people want to think big. $1 billion, billions, 100. You can, guys. Okay, now I'm going to show you the math today so that this isn't just wacky thinkers. Okay, all right. Okay, second thing here, under number 1, or B, part B, is the mechanics are going to kill you. So look, if I start thinking, let's say I got a company right now making, what's the average income of a company today? Just write down what your number is right now. Let's see what your number is right now. Okay, let's say let me get a number here. What's the number your company's doing right now? You can keep this one open, Johnny. This general chat helps. You guys chatting with me helps me a lot too.
Average annual income for a small business owner in Florida is $96,000 a year.
$96,000 is the average income of a small business in America, or in Florida, I'm sorry. Okay, now let's say I want to add $1,096,000. That's what we got to get this guy to think. That's for him. Okay, I'm going to show you a profit planner today. In fact, we're going to give everybody our profit planner today. This shows this guy exactly what he would have to do. It does it in under 20 seconds, what he'd have to do to add $1 million to his pocket without changing anything. Like literally, how do I go get more money? Okay, not how do I spend it or how do I go in debt. Anybody can do that. Okay, but the B part of this, okay, number 1, mindset. We got to get this guy's mindset right. I need to get him to think in terms of millions, not thousands, A. And B, okay, just a note here, do not get lost in how. The mechanics will kill the dream if you're taking notes. The mechanics will kill the dream if you're taking notes. Listen to me. The mechanics will stop you before you start. Johnny, back to me. Is it on me? Oh, I can't see that. Oh, sorry. I got it. Okay, so I don't need to worry about it, Johnny. It's fine. Okay? The mechanics will kill you before you start, and you'll literally just stop. You're like, I can't do this. I can't get to $1 million. How many of you in the room believe this guy, Fred, or Francine, no matter what she's doing, she's running a gas shop, she's running a boutique, she's running a restaurant, she's making $96,000 a year. How many believe just one Francine, one Fred could add $1 million worth of revenue anywhere in the world if she had the right mindset? Okay, don't be that person, because if you're the person, you're like, oh man, I can't do it. She can do it. You believe in her. She can do it. If she can do it, you can do it. Okay, so don't get lost in the mechanics. They'll kill you. Okay, the C part of this is who you're surrounded by. Okay, the people that you're surrounded by are going to talk you out of the dreams. The mechanics will talk you out of the dream. They'll crush the dream. And the other thing that will crush the dream is the people that are earning thousands, okay? You want to make a note here. Do not go to the people earning thousands and share them your dream of making millions. You want to add $1 million, 10 million, 100 million? Come to a guy like me, okay? Okay, when you guys call in that took advantage of this offer today, you called in and you get the free call, these people will not talk you out of make your dream. You want to make $1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, okay, you can do it, all right? Now, this is what I want you to do, a little exercise right here. This is your exercise, okay? Pay attention to this. You're going to take where you are right now. This is your gross income for the year, the total income. What is your total income for the year? What is your current income? I'm going to need that back. Okay, where's your total income right now? What is the number? John, can we put in the chat what the number is?
Total income. Put your total income currently in the chat.
This is gross income. Gross income means the total amount of income that you or your company or whatever brings in. So like our top line is like 600 million bucks. Okay, Met's got 30,000. Okay,
Macaroon Man is 130. Dorian's 50K.
Okay, somebody said 0.
Willow's
Rocky,
85K.
Rocky, how can you have no money? How can you have no income? $105,000, $50,000, $800,000, $6,000. Total gross revenues collected, 200 grand. $2,000 a month, $18,000, $93,000, $87,000, $50,000, $125,000. The organization's $2.5 million. Okay, good. Okay. Gross income of the organization, if you own a company, gross income of your household, okay, like you and the husband, you and the wife, the total gross income, you, the husband, the wife, and the kids. My kids work, so they have gross income, 750, 450. Look at some of the people that 5.2 million. Look at some of these numbers, folks. 240,000. This is the current situation. This is our current. Ramon's got $1 million. Mike K's got zero. 210,000, 100,000, 50,000. Okay, now you're going to plug that number in there. Okay. Well, you guys need to make some more money. We got to get you guys. We got the right audience here, Jared.
Corporate is $500,000 annually and stuck.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Feel that.
Good. Now, where do you want to go? That's why we call this grantcardone.com/go. Okay, what's the desired number? Do not get lost in the mechanics. I'm talking about write a real number. If you could go from whatever, the $130,000 a year right now, what is the new target? What is the new target? Then I'm going to share with you how I would break this target down so you could actually achieve it. Because the thing I don't want to do is get people excited about some dream and you can't achieve it. It needs to be something we can attain. Now I don't need you to figure out how to attain it. I just need you to fill in what the new target is. This is new target. What is the new target? Guys, only write down the new target now. 20 million, 1 million, higher than 10 million, 1.5 million, 1 million, 850, 750. I'll just tell everybody in the room, everybody right now watching, $1 million's easy. I don't know how many of you need to be told this. 1 million is easy. It's a no-brainer. And I will tell you this, anyone can do it. I'm telling you, anyone. I believe this from the bottom of my heart. Anyone can do it. 1 million, 350. Nancy wants to go to 350, 350, 10 million, 1 million, 2 million, 1 million. Good, okay? So now you're going to put this target in here, okay? Whatever the number is. It's your target, not my target, okay? What I do, there's a little trick I do, okay? You want to take notes on this. How do you break this target down, okay? First of all, you're going to make up the difference, okay? Don't deal with the total number. In this example, the person was making $130,000 a year, and they're like, I want to go to $1 million. Do not spend time in the mechanics. Remember I told you that? Don't do that. How do I get there? Don't worry about that. Right now, we're going to break it down. We're going to make it easy for you to accomplish this. Do not focus on what you do for work right now. Do not focus on what your products and services are. We're going to handle that as well, okay? And do not stop before you start, okay? What we're going to do is this. The first thing we're going to do is make up the difference, okay? You do not need to get to $1 million. You need to get $870,000. So the first thing we want to do is reduce this to bite pieces. Always work with differences. Don't work with totals. Okay, I see a lot of people do this. Man, I want to go to $10 million. Bro, you're already doing 4. All we got to do is 6. You already know how to do the 4. Let's go get 6. Because what happens when people are trying to make more money? Guy wants to go from 4 million to 10. The first thing that happens in the organization is the organization starts thinking about how to save money. Okay, that's not how you get to 10. The goal is 10. It's how to get someplace. And to get someplace means you need to leave this place, okay? But it doesn't mean we lose this. It means we just need to add that, okay? That's going to become important today when I show you the profit planner. Your profit planner is going to show you exactly what you have to do, exactly how many people you need. It is going to be the mechanics, okay? I'm going to even break down today other products, other services, other recurring subscription paths, okay? So this is the note here is this. Where are you now? Where do you want to go? Make up the difference, and then you eat the elephant. We eat the elephant. You know the old story, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, whatever that means. I don't know where that even came from, okay? But we're gonna chop this little thing up into little tiny pieces, okay? I don't even know what I'm gonna sell or what product right now. Do not do any of that, okay? What you do wanna do though, is you wanna do the math. I'll show you the math. You do the math, make a note, do the math to find the path, okay? You do the math to find the path. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second, okay? I'm basically going to break down, in fact, just new note, okay? This is your second piece here. This is called do the math, okay? This is called $1 million math. And the $1 million math is, I do not, let's say I'm an engineer, okay? And I get paid $130,000 a year for being an engineer. And I want to go from being an engineer to making $1 million a year. And you're like, bro, ain't nobody going to pay me $1 million a year to be an engineer. I got to start my own business. Okay, maybe that's going to cost money. I gotta mow lawns. Okay, maybe, but like how many lawns can you mow? Okay, don't decide what you're going to do first. Do the math to find the path. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you my target was not to get another job, right? My target was what?
Million.
To add $1 million. Well, what can I do? I'm gonna write a book. Why, dude? Why write a book? You're not gonna make $1 million writing a book. Don't discover don't ask what you can do. Just look at the math, okay? The math goes like this, basically. I'm gonna take this guy, I learned this when I was 34 years old, changed my whole life and opened me up to possibilities, okay? These are called $1 million paths, okay? You wanna write this down, $1 million paths, okay? A, math before the path. You do the math to figure out the path, okay? That'll work itself out. B, you wanna take the $1 million and you wanna break it into small elephant bite units. Okay, like gummy bears, little bite size, okay? And C, we're gonna look at recurring units in the math, okay? Could I get a recurring or subscription? Now, I discovered this when I was 34. We perfected it by the time I was, really learned how to do this just about 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. And my business exploded when we added C here, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do it right now, okay? All right, you wanna write this down. I'm gonna figure out a bunch of different ways to get to $1 million, okay? So I'm just gonna take $1 million for a second. I'm not gonna figure out how to do this, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I could get one person to give me $1 million. Now, this is a very, very important exercise to do because my goal is to blow your mind right here. I want your mind to shift. I want you to think different. When I tell people this, okay, I had a guy in my office the other day paid me $40,000 to spend 40 minutes with me. I sat down with him and his wife and mapped out how they would take their business from $4 million to $40 million in 12 months. At the end of it, 40 minutes into the meeting, the guy's like, hey man, I got my money's worth right now. He's like, how fast do you think I can do this? I said, I don't know. Okay, how big can you think? And can you stay big again tomorrow? He's like, can I schedule another one of these? Smart. Because what happens is people get excited and then they lose it, okay? Now, all I need to do is find out, could I find one person on planet Earth to give me $1 million? There's 330 million people in America. There are 28 million millionaires in America. How many around the world? There's 8 billion people on planet Earth.
62 million.
Okay, there's 62 million millionaires on planet Earth.
0.0.
Half of them are in America.
Yeah, 0.8% of the population. Yeah.
Okay. 0.8%, less than 1% of the population. But there's over, I don't know, what is it in America? 28 million? So there's 9% of all people that you meet in America are millionaires. Now, you guys, you can't tell me one person wouldn't give me $1 million. If all I did, my only goal in life, I was an engineer making 130 grand a year, and in my free time, all I did was go around finding out who's a millionaire, Who's a millionaire? Who's got $1 million? That's the only people I would talk to, by the way. I spent 24/7, 365, less my job. All I did was figure out who of those other people would give me an inheritance of $1 million. Can't tell me I wouldn't achieve that. Now, another way to do it is I would get 10 people to give me $100,000. How many people in America have 100,000? Now all of a sudden it goes from 28 million to, I don't know, 80 million people.
Let's see here.
I could get 100 people to give me $10,000.
14% have 100K or more in their retirement account.
Okay, look, 14%, that means about 30 million Americans, 40 million Americans have 100 grand in a retirement account that they've already given to somebody else that they don't even use to live. You can't tell me out of that many people if I knew what to say to them, how to talk to them, how to contact them, if I was committed. Now, I could take, and only 100 people give me $10,000. There's got to be, I don't know, half the population, 158 million people in America have $10,000. 1,000 people would give me $1,000. I'm building out the engineer's new business, by the way. I am re-engineering the engineer's multiple flows of income.
47% have 10,000.
47% of the population, 150 million people. I could get 10,000 people. What was I on down here? Yeah, 10,000 people. Oops, 10,000 people to give me how much?
Whoop.
10,000 people would give me how much, Jared?
100.
$100 or $1,000?
No.
$1,000.
No. 1,000 times 1,000.
Oh, you're right.
$1 million.
Okay, let me just see here. 1,000 people give me $1,000, or I could get 10,000 people to give me $100. I could start a GoFundMe account today. Bang on that GoFundMe account, okay, go fund $100 to give to the Grant Cardone Foundation. How many of you believe I could get 10,000 people to give me $100 in a GoFundMe account without me starting a new job? All I need is a landing page. Or I could get 100,000 people to give me $10. This is a very, very important drill that I'm doing with you guys. Or I could get 1 million people to give me $1. Okay? Now, I just laid that out for you. You should have put it on a legal pad. I want you to circle 2 of those that you think would be easiest for you.
Maybe just post in the comments. Which one do you think would be easiest for you?
The two that would be the easiest for you. Okay? Now, I know some of you right now like, dude, come on, man. Bro, this math is so vital to do. This math has made me hundreds of millions of dollars. This is not an accounting class. This is money simplified.
10 times 100,000, the second one
Okay,
is my favorite.
she says, thank you, I'm thinking bigger now because of this. What was the ABC of doing math? Okay, William says the last 2. Daniel says 10,000 and 1,000. Okay, 100 and 1,000 times 1,000. $10 times 100,000. Good. Okay. See now what you're going to do. Once you've done that math, 300 people to pay $300 a month for some service or advice. Good. You're thinking ahead already. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to get you guys to do right now is understand you do not need to figure out how or what. You need to do the math.
And what you mean by that is like, it's more important that you understand the increments before you figure out what job you want to do, or if you already have a company, what your products need to be, like how you do that with your existing products. You just need to know the easiest pathway there with the math so that then you can create your path. And so most people do it backwards. They start a business because they have an idea, or they have something that they think they want to do. They create some arbitrary number without doing any math to even see if there's a logical pathway for them to get to the target that they want.
Yeah, most people basically trade time for money. It's something they're good at. Or somebody that said you were good at it. You make cookies, somebody says, you ought to sell your cookies. I happen to be able to help companies raise their revenue. I've been doing this since I was 29 years old. People would say, hey, would you come into our company and give us some time? Yeah, I'll give you some time. How much time you want? 8 hours. 8 hours, I'll come to your company. I'm going to charge you $1,500 a day. Okay, I'm like, that's going to be a good business. I'm 30 years old. People are paying me. I'm working 10 days a month, and I'm making 15 grand. The problem, it looked like a good business. I'm making $180,000 the first year. I'm exhausted, dude. I'm traveling to Saskatoon, to Regina, to Nova Scotia, to Buffalo. I'm seeing the whole country. Oh man, I'm having so much fun. I'm traveling all over the country. First time, Chicago, Peoria, Pueblo, Los Angeles. Oh, I'm going to Los Angeles. Call my mom. Oh my God, I'm going to Dallas today.
El Paso.
Somebody's paying me. I'm staying in a hotel. I'm staying at Radisson's and Hilton's and Marriott's. And dude, when you're 30 years old and you're traveling around and you're single, cool. Then one day you're like, this ain't cool. I'm a hoe. I ain't trading time for money, okay? And this is what happens to everybody, okay? Basically, I was making 180 grand a year, paying out $90,000 in taxes to end up with 90 grand a year and no life. I did this because somebody offered me, said, would you trade money for your time? It's something I'm good at. This is exactly what happened to the engineer. The engineer says, okay, I'm an engineer. I'm going to trade 40 hours times 52 weeks. You're going to give me 130K because I'm good at being an engineer. The ditch digger, the video guy, the camera guy, the content creator. The content creator builds an audience, makes, makes $10,000 a month times 12, $120,000 a year. And he's like, I'm good, I'm making 120 grand a year. Until you realize, dude, I don't have any products, I don't have any services. And if I'm not doing something, trading time for the money, I'm done. Okay.
Well, there's only a limited amount of time. There's only 365 days a year. There's 24 hours a day. If you're trading your money for time, then you run out of time.
Yeah, and you guys that say, well, everybody's got the same time. If you're a single mom and you're running off to get your kids, you don't have the same time as I have. I got a nanny, okay? I got a nanny. A nanny, you go pick up the kids, okay? I got somebody cleaning my house right now. I got 2 people cleaning my house right now. You clean the house, okay? Now, if you're a single mom, you got to bring the kids to school, and you got to clean the house, and you got to make the food. You don't have the same time I have. I have a cook, I have a nanny, and I have somebody cleaning the house. Okay, I got somebody mowing the damn lawn. I have more time than you do, right or wrong? Jared, do I not have more time than you?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay, if I have help, I have more time, right? But the reason people don't have help is because this middle class is forgotten. The suffering small business owner that never makes enough money. That's why we got to figure out, okay, guys, what other products or services could you sell? Johnny, can you show them what I'm looking at right here? This is called the one-time $1 million math path. Okay, if you can show my screen, Johnny. There you go. Okay, those are your routes. Those are the different routes. Now, if there's another route, and this is called the recurring revenue route. You want to write this down. Okay, this would be, I'm going to take the 1 times 1 million. If I could get one person to give me $83,333 a month, that would also be $1 million. Okay, now that's a very dangerous thing to do, by the way. I wouldn't do that. The only way I would do these, we need to number these in the future, guys, A, B, C, okay, so they're not little dots, so I can tell people what they are. Okay. You could do 10 people that would give you, how much? 8,033. This is much more realistic, by the way. I would love to have this one. By the way, I have this one and this one. Okay, C would be 100 people give me $833 a month. To me, that's much more viable. This one becomes like, oh, dude, that's easy. I have a product and a service in mind right now that I could do. Hey, I'll coach you once a month for $833. There's going to be a total of 100 people in this group. Bang! I got $1 million right there. I'm an engineer. Okay, I'm an engineer, and I'm going to take and put a group of 100 people together. They're going to pay me $833 a month, and I'm going to teach them something, maybe real estate investing, because the engineer wants to learn how to make investments. Okay, I got 10 people in a group, $833 a month, or 1,000 people could pay me $83 a month. I'm not going to meet with them. I'm going to deliver some product or some service. See what I'm doing? I'm breaking this elephant down into little tiny pieces. Okay, 10,000 people could give me $8 a month.
And I think the important thing is that like this one business right here did $150 million in revenue last year. When we go through and we're planning the next year, We do the same math. Like, I see some people in the comments going, this is easy. I promise you, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And if you are doing it, you're not doing it the right way, because we still do this math every single day. We build out what's the path. If we want to do $10 million in revenue from this new product launch, then how many units do we need to sell and what does the price need to be? And then we go and actually build out the offer and go, what do we need to include in this offer so people think, you know, if they feel like they're getting 10 times what they paid for it. So this math will never leave you.
10,000 people could give me $8 and $33 a month. Now notice, I'm no longer worried about what I'm doing now or how I'm doing it. Now what I'm worried about is, how do I get these people? Who are these people that want, and what do they want for $833? It's not my product or service anymore. I'm already selling my product or service for $250 an hour because I'm an engineer. Okay, or I'm working at the Hilton and I'm making $40 an hour, or I'm a valet guy and I'm picking up $100 tips, or I'm a camera guy or a video guy and I'm hustling weekends. Now I'm starting to think about, dude, what would somebody want to give me $8.33 a month? Now I got 100,000 people. This proves to you, by the way, that price is a myth. These people are going to give me 83 cents. Do you know how hard this would be to get 100,000 people to give me 83 cents? Number one, nobody's going to give me 83 cents. They don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Number two, how do I get to 100,000 people? Very difficult. Very tiny, tiny groups of people on planet communicate with that many people. And then, by the way, you need a big organization to do this. This is a big organization, or you need a lot of technology, or you got to have your AI grooved in, okay? Or we got 1 million people now that give me 8 pennies? Now, I just showed you guys a math path to about $14 million. Who knows the path to $14 million? I just showed you a $14 million path. How would you get to $14 million with what I just showed you? If you did them all. Okay, if you did everything on that page, you would have 14 different paths to $14 million. And you're like, oh my God, dude, you're blowing my mind, because look, if you take the middle parts of that page, they're going to get the easiest, where there's a balance between the numbers and the pricing. Okay, so now I'm focused on who's got my money, or math path. Okay, who's got my money? What do these people want? It's who first, then what, okay? How do I reach them? Okay, it goes like this. Who's got my money? Who's got my money? Who's the 100,000, the 1,000, the 10,000? What do they want, okay? And how do I reach them, okay? I want you guys to write that down. Who's got my money? Who? What do they want? And how do I reach them? I haven't built anything yet, by the way. Okay, now, new page. Okay, this is called profit. I want to make sure that we understand some terms here. A lot of business owners that we work with thousands of companies. I'm going to show you some that we've worked with. I don't know if we have any testimonials set up there.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm going to show you some people that we've worked with, and we freaking just went in and just rocked their mind with this math. And then we built their business around the math, okay? Johnny, let me know when you got something up, all right? I haven't seen these, but I heard they're freaking rock stars. Okay?
You want to see this?
Okay. Before we do that, Johnny, let me know when you're ready. I'm going to give you some revenue definitions, okay? Gross revenue definition, you want to write this down. You can show them this, Johnny. Total revenue of an individual, a household, or a company without any cost or losses deducted. I have an accounting degree. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm telling you, listen to what I'm telling you. This is not financial advice, but I'm telling you, listen to what I am telling you. My company will do $600 million this year. Okay? I probably have the highest net worth of any educator anywhere on the internet today. Maybe in any school in America today. You don't have to go to Harvard to get me. I came to you. I came to your phone today to tell you, you want to do this? You want to do $1 billion in revenue? That's our next target, by the way. Our next target is $1 billion in gross revenue per year, privately held, no debt. We have zero debt on this company. Okay, we have $2 billion worth of debt in our real estate company that's paid by other people. Like, this has been done very few times in America, ever, by a privately held individual. And I'm here today to share with you how to do this. First thing you got to know is your gross revenue, what's called a top line, is the only and most important thing in a business. Okay, it's going to be gross revenue, it's going to be cost of goods sold, it's going to be expenses, and then it's going to be net profit. This number right here, I spend 95% of my time on this number. I spend less than 5% of my time on the rest of a financial statement. There's your accounting degree right there. I'm telling you, I spent 5 years getting this degree. The most important thing in business is to understand you control the top line. You spend your time on the top line. You grow the top line. There ain't no bottom line and there ain't no expenses without a gross line, okay? And what we want to do with this gross line is each year we want to figure out how to 10x that line. Okay, now I'm not trying to 10x 600 to 6 billion. At least I'm not telling my staff that, okay? Because that's going to freak people out. But that could be my little private conversation, okay? The next definition I want you to write down, then I'm gonna play this video for you. This is called the net profit definition, okay? This is the difference between the gross top line, all money brought in to the household, to the individual, to the business, less the cost of goods sold, less expenses, and this is what is left over, net profit. This is what you're going to pay taxes on. Some people count net profit, the taxes after the net profit, okay? Now, I don't do that because for you business owners that want to learn how to reduce your tax bill, I have learned how to use investments and cash flow management that I'm going to be talking about here in a second to actually reduce my tax bill in almost every year that I've been in business to almost zero, or to get a refund, okay? Go ahead, Johnny, play that video.
My company was making around 800,000 a year. Now we have surpassed 2 million.
Before Grant in June 2015, I was making zero. Last year we did 5 million.
We ended the year last year at 14.5 million. We're now on track to finish at 20 million for the year.
The most that I made at my job was about 80,000 a year. And now, I am a business owner. So for this year, we are on our way to $250,000.
So we were doing about $1.5 million. This year we're going to do 7 million. If everything goes right, we'll do 20 million on acquisitions.
Last year we did roughly around 3 million. We're on track this year for 11 million in gross revenue.
You know, we started even under 6 figures, and we've now surpassed 7 figures in the last 3 years consecutively.
I'm in track to making $120,000 with Grant Cardone, and I also learned how to open a marketing agency, and I'm on track to do $1.2 million. Let's go.
So look, those are regular people, folks. Those are regular people like me. I'm a regular guy. I grew up with nothing, okay? Raised by a single mom, went to college, worked my ass off. Somewhere along the last 35 years that I've been in business, I cracked the code on this thing. And I want to share it with you like I shared it with them. For those of you who took advantage of the 10X Your Business Interactive offer, okay, grantcardone.com/go. 10X Your Business Interactive. We're talking about your top line, interactive. How do we work with your company from a distance interactively like I am right now for an extended period of time to 10X your top line? That's the goal, okay? Now you heard about some companies in there. Nobody 10X'd it. Guy went from 300 to 3 million. Another person went from 3 million to 11 million. They didn't 10X. They didn't go from 3 to 30, but they went from 3 to 11 because we were putting together a business plan to 10X. And that's what I want to do with you guys. The link is grantcardone.com/go. Every one of you that takes advantage of this, you get a 2-day full interactive training like you saw those people attend. Those people paid $3,000 for that seat. I'm going to give it to you for free. Every person that you saw in that video paid $3,000 to $5,000. I'm going to give that seat to you for free. This is a live interactive with exercises, discussion, and Q&A on your business. Also, I'm going to include a 7-figure coaching call, okay? These coaching calls,
You get these up until the live event, which happens in about 3 weeks.
In 21 days, I'm going to be doing the live event. Give me the countdown on the live event. So you guys don't have a lot of time to decide whether to do this, because I need the next 3 weeks or so for these coaching calls to get you ready for this 2-day event that I delivered to you over your computer or your telephone or your iPad. Okay, that's included. That's a $6,500. Also, I'm going to include this profit planner. You hadn't seen it yet, but when you see it, it's going to freaking rock your mind. The profit planner, you can't buy this, okay? This is included as a way for me to help you continue to build your business. Should I show them like how fast it is?
We're going to right after we do this, we'll show it to them.
Okay. And also, the first 100 people that take advantage of this, I think we have 18 slots left over. Congratulations to everybody that already trusted me with this opportunity. Bonus 100 people, free one-on-one call with my staff. They're here today. All you got to do is schedule the call. It's personalized, customized, and it's private. Any problems you're having with growing your business, all you got to do is tell my coaches. We'll handle that right now.
We're going to give you 3 things on that call that you can do to immediately impact your revenue.
Okay, top line, Unbreakable Business System. You can buy this at my website right now. If you go to Unbreakable Business System on GrantCardone.com, it's a $10,000 program. I'm going to give it to you for free. It's right here, our Unbreakable Business, how you become unbreakable in business, your products, your services, how you pay people, your cash flow, how you become unbreakable regardless of what happens with the government or inflation. Also, 10X Your Business is a private networking group of other similar, like-minded, big-thinking, 10X, business-minded people to support you this year to grow and scale your business. Not just $1 million, not past like the first $1 million through the first problems, but to 10 million, 50 million, and 100 million. Okay, I'm part of that group myself. That's included for free. And the only way you can get in this is to get in this. You can't buy this, okay? It's not open for anybody to purchase. The 10X Your Business Interactive Package, the entire thing is normally $20,000. It's $297 today. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you a full 100% credit at my store. And you're like, why would you do that? Because I want you in my circle. I want you in my network. I want to help you grow your business, okay? My company owns, we're a partner or co-founder in 24 different businesses today, and I would like to have you as part of our network and one of our testimonials. So we're going to give you a full credit to use against any of my programs or any product or service that we have. Meaning, you basically write a check or you put it on a credit card for $297, and as soon as you do that, you have a $297 credit at my store, GrantCardone.com, and you can use it any time in the future for any product, any service, any event. We do these large events a year. We do 100 events like a people's workshop, a sales workshop, a marketing workshop, a leadership workshop, real estate events. We do the 10X Growth Conference, the largest business conference in the country. We do 4 business boot camps or business summits a year. A 10X 360, we do all this kind of stuff to help scale people's businesses. So you guys, you that took advantage of this, you get a 100% credit. That credit comes off today. When I end this, the credit's gone, and we will sell the same product online through advertising and through marketing on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, let's get back to your training, and congratulations to everybody that took advantage of that. It's GrantCardone.com/go. If you want to take advantage of it, no problem. If you don't, I'm here for you either way. I want to show you what's possible in your business. Okay, I want you to get to think bigger. First thing we got to do is fix the mind. Okay, like if your brain stays like a little coconut shell and it's hard on the outside, okay, and it just falls on the beach. I sure wish we had a coconut right now. And the sun just hits that freaking coconut shell, and there was some good fluids in it, but nobody drinks it. Guess what? It's just going to dry up and evaporate, and it's going to be just junk, okay? Many of you have tremendous opportunities, but you got the wrong people around you telling you what to do, okay? Now, I promised to show you our profit plan.
Before you do that, can I just do one thing?
Please.
A lot of people,
Jared Clant, by the way, Jared, if you guys don't know Jared, president of the company, we do 100 out of this company, 160 million a year. We got a partner that does 140 a year. With with all the combined companies, we do 600 million a year. This guy's been with me for 13 years, helping me grow the company.
A lot of questions in the chat right now. The link is grantcardone.com/go to take advantage of the offer. We have a handful of strategy sessions still available. The second thing is if you have questions, because I see a bunch of questions about the offer, if you call the office at 310-777-0255, 310-777-0255, the team will be able to answer any questions that you have. We've gone through three, just to recap here, we've gone through 3 of the 10 strategies here. Number 1 was the change your mindset. So what are you going to do to change the way that you're thinking about your business? This is the way you were brought up has 1000% influenced the way that you think. And if you're surrounded by small thinkers, you will think small. That's part of the reason why we put the networking group in here, so you can get around some people that were thinking bigger. The second thing that you have to do is you have to do the math, the $1 million math, where you actually figure out like what is the exact pathway. If you have a $1,000 product, if you have a $500 product, if you have a $300 product, what is the math to get you to the $1 million? And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to be going over the profit planner. So this is number 3. The third strategy is planning out your profit plan. And Grant is going to go over that now. We're going to show you an interactive look at what the profit planner does.
So notice we have not dealt with anything to do with sales, marketing, product development, competition, like nothing. You guys complicate business, man. Like I can't tell you guys. I have 160,000 customers every year. Some of them pay me $10, some of them pay me $10,000, and some of them give me millions of dollars to invest for them. You guys just don't have enough paths, okay? See, if you've ever heard this, right? Individuals, poor people, and the forgotten poor people, the middle class, poor and middle class have one stream of income. My mom had one stream, dude. When the stream died, when her husband died, the stream stopped. Why do you think these people are poor? There's no other multiple streams of income. I showed you guys, now when you get to this is middle class. I'm including them in this problem right here, by the way. Their situation sucks worse than these people because these people don't get government support. These people have 2 nice cars, a nice house, but their life sucks. I mean, let's keep it real. You're just making sense of your life because you ain't rich. Okay? And then you got the super rich. And then you got the wealthy. Okay, now I define the wealthy as people that you can't cut them off. There's no cutting them off. These people can get cut off. These people can get cut off. These people, boom, it's good. Generational wealth. They pass it on. Well, what they have it different is this. They got multiple streams. They have many, many ways that are flowing back to them, and you only have one. The engineer, for instance, okay? First of all, the engineer is just thinking too small. Okay, everything is about, I'm so tired, I'm working so hard, I'm underpaid. Everything is about this one paycheck and this one guy he works for. So let me show you our profit planner, Johnny. I'm giving everybody this, by the way.
It'll come to you via your email. When you registered for this event, we gave this to you for free. It comes through your event or through your email. So if you haven't gotten it, check your junk or your other folder or something like that because it should have been emailed to you.
Okay, so this is the profit planner. It's going to look like this when you open it up. Okay, last year's income. Okay, it's a KPI. Okay, and the KPIs basically we're just going to break them down to this: gross income, and I put in the engineers 130,000, and his net profit. This is what he's left over with. Okay, after running the company is $45,000, which means his profit margin is 34.62%. He probably doesn't even know what his profit margin is. Most people don't. But everybody's got a profit margin, okay? Now, he's got one customer, his boss, and he's got one employee. He's the employee, by the way, okay? Okay, now, he's like, dude, I want to make $1 million. I'm going to put in the $1 million, and it's going to tell me what he needs to do. He needs go back, Johnny? Oh, there you go. $2.8 million. That's his net profit now, okay? I went to a net profit of $1 million. That's his desired profit. If his desired profit, by the way, was, hey, I can't think that big. I just want to go to 400 grand this year. He needs to have a gross of $1.1 million. If he maintains the same profit margin, he would need to get 8 employees and 8 new customers. Okay? He'd have to add some customers, some flows. And this gets him thinking about possibility, okay? Oh, wow, what business could I own? What business could I do? Okay, what could I sell? If I had 9 people paying me this, he's like, I'm gonna go get 8 engineers. I'm sorry, 9 engineers. How many engineers? Him, he's not gonna quit doing what he's doing. Yeah. Less 1 is 8. He's making 130. He's making 130 right now, and he needs these other people to bring in 130 each. That's going to be $1 million in new gross income, and if he pays them out the way he's getting paid, okay, he would need to go out and get 9 customers to do the same thing. Now, as he's doing this and adds the recurring flows of income, by the way, this is the simplified version of our profit planner, Jared. I think I want to show them, Jared, what we actually do for the business owners when we get involved in our profit planner.
You want to show them the...
Yeah. This is kindergarten profit planning.
Yeah.
Okay? We have a profit planner that would then now break down how many employees, how many customers, how many different products, how many different actions, how many outbound calls, how many inbound calls, how much advertising.
Leads required, yeah, so, marketing spend. If you go to grantcardone.com/pp.
GrantCardone.com. This is in real time, so you guys, this isn't planned. .com/pp. This is what
you don't put it there. Put it up in the search bar.
Okay. This is what we do for our customers.
So you just downloaded right there. Open that up.
Where'd it go?
It click the little down arrow right there, then click open that up.
Yeah, I'm not the brightest tech guy. So, okay. So look, see, this is now going to start breaking up.
Just scroll through it so they can see it and go to the different tabs.
See, let's say this is my income in 23. $1 million. Annual unit sales was 500. Each unit's being sold for $500. Make this a little bigger. I had 2 salespeople doing this. This is a company we actually worked with. Profit margin was 25%. And this year, they want to go to $10 million.
Just take it. Go back up there and re-enter that. You put in 100 million.
Ooh, too much.
Yeah, just.
Okay. Now, this is where you got to get educated. Back to me, Johnny. A little more educated. That's why I said it's a more complicated thing. I didn't want to get into it today. KPIs, right? What are our key
performance indicators?
Performance indicators. Those metrics that are vital. Outbound calls. How many calls am I going to have to make to add these 9 engineering companies?
The percentage, the contact rate on your outbound calls, how many appointments you're setting, what the appointment show rate is, how much business come from inbound traffic or leads. Like when we work with businesses, these are the things that we help them build systems around. Because with all those numbers, that math that you start doing becomes much more precise. And then you start being able to back into how many salespeople do I need? How many leads do I need to generate in order to generate the lead flow
Let me show them all that. So this is what Jared's saying right here. It is then going to fill out contact rate, appointment rate, demo show rate, close rate. Okay, how many? Like what? We know what all that is for us. Okay, we have 160,000 customers. 160,000 customers. If I'm closing 20%. I'm reaching 800,000 people a year for 160,000 people to buy. Now I need to know how much money I need to spend on the 800,000 that converts to the 156,000 that bought from me. You understand? Desired income range of my sales team or the employees in the company. What's the base salary of the company? What's the average commission rate if I'm paying that out? Okay, how much am I going to spend in ads? And then the profit planner goes to another page, expands. But look, this profit planner is only as good as you guys are. Like, you gotta, back to me, yeah. You guys gotta think big. Like, dude, I wanna go make $1 million. This does not work for anybody that is satisfied with where they are, okay? This does not work for anybody that struggles with 297, okay? This is for people that are like, this is what I want, man. Okay? I want 10 million. I want 100 million. And this is the problem with most people. I'm just telling you, the people that we work with, most people are happy with little incremental growth. The beautiful thing about this profit planner is it starts showing you, okay, if I could find the right people, if I did have the right products, if I could solve these problems, if I did think big, God dang, man. This happened to me, folks. This happened to me, okay? I was happy making a couple $1,000,000 a year until somebody showed me I could make 20. And I was like, wait a minute, I can make as much money in a month as I made in a year? I'm helping people. I provide a great service, a great product. I do want to help people. And hey, I'm getting helped as well. And I can hire more people, okay? So that's our expanded profit planner. Some notes on the profit planner real quick. Johnny, back to me or back to the profit planner. Okay, it establishes your current situation. Your current situation is not your problem, it is your base. Okay? Now, if it's a problem to you, good. Man, I'm out of work. Okay, that's your current situation. Maybe that's a good thing. I was out of work. That was the best thing that ever happened to me, was losing my job. Losing my job forced me to look at, okay, I want to move to something else. So where am I going to? The current situation is not the issue. Destination is the issue, okay? 2, this helps me clarify if you're disappointed, if you're upset, if you're not happy, if you're pissed off about where you are, clarify your target. What is the next target? Now, what I do is I just play this little game with myself. It's a dumb game, but it's worked for me because I just take my target wherever I am, and I'm like, I'm a 10X wherever I am. It's just a complete arbitrary. It makes no sense in the world any more than the engineer saying, I'm going to go from making 130 grand a year to having some side gig that makes me 10 grand a year. That's an arbitrary too. By the way, it's completely ridiculous because $10,000 today will not change your life. Going from 130 grand to 1.3 million, even if I F it up and I only get half of that, going from 130 to 500 grand changes a life.
1,000.
Changes my family's life,
Yeah.
okay? C, you're going to use the profit calculator. The full version, by the way, is going to start clarifying how you become less dependent upon your time to get money, okay? Now, you're like, if you're one of those people out there, it's like, man, I'm the only one. Okay, how many of you identify with the only one? You're the only one that can do your job. The only one. There's only one Grant. There's only one Jared. There's only one you. Okay? The only one. Good. It's probably true there's only one. There's only one Tom Brady. He proved that. Everywhere he went, they won. There was only one Babe Ruth. Everywhere Babe Ruth went, they won. Okay? So then the thing to say is, well, how many of me do I need? Okay? If Grant can make $10 million a year, or whatever the number is, right? Okay? The engineer, he makes 130 grand a year. He's great at his job. Well, he ain't that great. Let's keep it real. How many... This is a good salesperson. Let's say this salesperson here makes $250,000 a year. And he's like, there's only one of me though, okay? Whatever he is. Beauty salon, runs a beauty salon. There's only one of you. Okay, good. Well, how many more of you do you need to get 2 of you? It's basically, what are you focused on, right? Oh, well, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of me to get 200, to get 250 more. Now your company's making 500,000 a year. What can you pay these 7? You changing things, huh? What can you pay these 7, okay, to get you where you want to be? I don't know, it might not even be worth it. use the profit calculator in full, and then you'd find out whether it'd be worth it or not.
And again, like these numbers right here, like when you start tracking, because what's going to happen for most of you, I promise you this is going to happen. Most of you are going to open up the profit calculator and you're going to start looking through the numbers that we need in order to calculate your path to your target, and you're going to go, well, I don't know. That's part of the problem, is you don't track the single most important thing in your business are the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. The numbers are the same whether you have a good day or a bad day, or you feel good or you don't, or you fought with your wife or your husband or whatever. Like, your performance numbers are the numbers, and they drive every single action that you need to take in your business. And that's why this profit planner is going to start. If you don't have the answers, that means tomorrow or Monday or whenever, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whenever you're at work, like, you need to go through and you need to go, I need to start tracking this. And for me, don't think you need some big piece of technology. Literally, when I started working for Grant, we didn't have a CRM, we didn't have anything. I literally had a blank sheet of paper.
Cut back.
I had a blank sheet of paper, and I would literally go calls, emails, appointments, presentations, deals sold, deal value. And I would do little tick marks under every time I'd make a call. These manual little tick marks for emails. But I wanted to have some number that I could base my projections off of. So do not sleep on this.
Because that got him out of his emotions. It gets you out of your fear, right? See, people were telling me, I was very good at what I did. And like many of you, you get better and you get better and you get better, and then people are like, yeah, but I want you. Okay, and there's not more than one you. You're the only one, right? I was making about $4 million a year, and I'm like, I can't get to 40 million. And he's like, yeah, but if you could. I can't even get a double. And there's no more people like me. Everybody wants me. I couldn't. I was trapped in time. I was like put in a time capsule, and I couldn't get out of this, right? And then I said to myself, the guy said, hey, but how many yous would you need to get another you? And I'm like, oh, let me see, man. Let me see. Well, one, at least two. I'm thinking, I'm making this up. Just ask yourself this. If you suffer from the only one syndrome, okay, maybe, well, let's say I get 5 me's. What do you think? What do you think it takes back there?
To replace you?
Yeah. Yes. Because I'm going to get more money than they're going to get.
To replace you?
Yeah, my $4 million.
Yeah, I'll need average rep.
Yeah.
Average rep will produce probably $250,000 a month in revenue.
So
in sales.
Oh. Well, they're doing that's $3 million a year.
Well, yeah. So I'm just saying that's what the average rep is going to produce.
Well, that's today.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, then let's go hire them all.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, he's saying these guys are already doing what I'm doing. I don't know if that's true, not particularly in the beginning.
Well, no, I think you're underestimating what you would do.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about back in the day. This is before I had a name, before I had a brand, okay?
Yeah, I mean, dude, look, I was doing, our target for sales for the year was 1.2 million in contracts that we'd collect probably 200 grand on.
Yeah, good.
For the year.
Yeah, good. So let's say that it took 10 guys to do what I did. Guess what? I got 2 of me. I now make $8 million a year. Now, out of the other $4 million, can I pay them anything? Okay, out of another $4 million, I could pay them all. I could pay each one of these guys 200 grand a year and still make 50% more money. Okay, so that's the point, to get you guys thinking bigger. But you have to think bigger, and you can't just think bigger today. You got to wake up tomorrow morning and think bigger too, because you can do this. Okay, now what happens? The profit planner is going to define what I said earlier. Remember, who is senior to what? And that is senior to how. Okay, who is senior, this is number 1, to what, number 2, and how. Who is marketing, okay? So your next step, this is part of your 10 things. By the way, this is all included in Unbreakable Business. I'm going to be spending an hour and a half with you just on marketing.
Yep.
Probably 3 hours with you actually on marketing.
And we got some crazy special celebrity guests in those programs too that we brought. This is an amazing program that we shot over a period of 5 days. Every day it teaches a component of what we have built as an unbreakable business. So sales, marketing, communication, leadership, and then scaling.
So once you decide on your $1 million or $10 million target, okay, that is the most important thing. The next most important thing, number 2, 3, and 4 most important things are in this section. Marketing. How do I market my idea? You're trying to sell a book and sell 1 million copies? Look, what's in the book is not important. The title of the book, not important. How you market the book, all important. Okay? How you wrote the book is not important. How you market the book is important, okay? So what you want to do with your marketing is part A here is market before you build. You need to market before you build. I might not even have the engineers, the book written, the project, nothing. I'm like, market it before you build it, okay?
And there's a couple important things about this, because this, for a lot of people, is out of sequence. They think, but how do I promote something that I don't have yet? You ever heard of a pre-sale? You ever heard of a pre-order? Imagine this. Imagine you spent 6 months building a new product, program, offer, service, hiring a team, and then you launch that, you take it to the marketplace and you start selling it, and nobody wants it. You've wasted 6 months. So by pre-selling something, you have the opportunity to test the market, to find out if the offer works, what needs to change about it. Grant and I talk about this all the time. This is the first time we've ever delivered this exact workshop. So this content in this workshop, literally before we started, he goes, see, we could have spent 3 days.
3 weeks.
Planning this whole thing and trying to make it perfect. But what he did is he said, look, let's keep it simple. Let's go over 10 basic strategies
that we use.
That we use. We're going to go through this, and after we complete this, we're going to go, let's add this there, let's add that there. But in the meantime, we're starting to get reps out. So when Grant went back to mechanics and logic and how they're dream killers and how they'll slow you down, this is what he means.
Yeah.
Most people put, let me create the perfect product in front of, let me market and promote it to see if the marketplace even wants it.
And you never create anything. You procrastinate and you lose momentum, okay? And I can just tell you as a business owner, the most important thing, like the fact that the number of people that have already responded to grantcardone.com/go already tells me I need to now perfect this offer, okay? The program and the packaging. But guess what? I'm going to already have 2 hours to go to the market with next week, just so you guys know from the insides. This is what I always do. I'm a very transparent person. We're going to take these 2 hours with you guys today. I'm going to take these 2 hours today. I'm going to give it away for $297, give you guys a credit for $297. You basically paid $0 for it, give you a free interactive, the profit planner, the strategy call, the networking group, the 7-figure coaching calls, and I'm going to give you a hat, a book, the 10X rule. I'm going to get all my propaganda out to you, right? Push it off. I don't know how many people take advantage of this. And then guess what? How many people registered for this event?
26,000.
26,000 people registered for this event. I marketed this event. 26,000 people registered. I'm going to go sell this, market this thing to 24,000 people that didn't show up for, I don't know, $19.97. Okay? That's where we make our money here. Okay? Because we've done all our math. We've done our profit planner and we know our who. Okay? You guys are basically taking advantage of an offer that we will perfect over time. This is all perfected already. Mm-hmm. This is done, okay? The thing that's not done is always figuring out how to market to somebody and get a message out to hit your numbers. So I'm showing you guys in real time this who thing, okay? So watch, okay? Mindset, target, market, and market, okay? How do you market, okay? You wanna write this down. A, market before you build. And by the way, make a note here, market to sell. Build to sell. Do not build to tell. Do not build to do. Build it to sell it. Okay, we get more into this in the unbreakable business, meaning how does your offer become unbreakable? B, landing pages are senior to websites. For instance, let me show you a landing page. I'm going to show you the difference between a landing page, grantcardone.com/go. Okay, see this is a landing page. This is not a website. This is not about. This is not a bunch of information about the company. This is one thing. The offer, fill it in, and buy it. Everybody should have a landing page. Every family in America should have multiple, not just one landing pages. You guys got front yards? Dude, don't worry about your front yard. Your landing page will pay for your house.
The big thing is that a web page will typically have between 20 and 30 different actions that you can take on a website.
They don't convert.
So when you give somebody 20 or 30 options, they end up doing nothing.
They do nothing.
When you build a landing page with only one option to do, we'll go from like our general GrantCardone.com website probably has a 2% conversion rate, and that's high.
Let's just show them.
When we build a landing page, we'll typically get a 30 or a 40 or a 50% conversion rate because we're telling them, go here and do only this thing, and that's the only thing that they can do on the site.
Johnny?
You'll see here on the Grant Cardone webpage, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 different things that they can click on just in the top fold of the site. Oh, I'm sorry, there's more.
No. There's 85 different things you can do here. There's 400 different products you can look at. This is useless. You guys have spent millions and millions of dollars. Billions of dollars have been wasted on websites when everybody should be building these. Now, how do you build it? What colors you use? What do you say? What don't you say? What's your offer? How did you price it? Okay. Who do you take money from? Like all that has to be perfected at all. We're going to talk about landing pages. What I'm telling you right now, because I don't have a lot of time, and we're already at 90 minutes right now, and I only expected to be here 90 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So let's do a Q&A.
They are loving it right now in the chat. They're
FOMO. Urgency. You have to have urgency in your offer. There's got to be some FOMO. So like, why now? Okay. What's the urgency? If there's no urgency, there will be no close ever. Okay. Urgency, FOMO, fear of missing out, scarcity, other people buying. In fact, can we just acknowledge the other people that have already taken advantage? Do we have names? Every time I ask.
Yeah.
Not one, not like for 17 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then D, your offer you should include in your offer what I call SSID. SIID. Okay. Maybe you can work with somebody over there, Johnny, that can help us out since we do the same thing every time. This is stupid.
Timothy Jones, Zoltan, Barbara, Douglas, Julia, Andrew Dornish, Richard Vigil, Candace Stearns, Colton Smith, Nancy Ma, Christopher McIver, Darcia Pimentel, Kelly Truchet, Fred Kemp, Gwen Weissman, Nathan Hill, Thomas Ivers, Anthony Negoguito, Sharon Hoffman, John Lovelace, Hatim Gucha, David Smith, Anthony Lemon, Steve Hussey, Vivian Afat, Austin Zeeland. Congratulations. Lots of guys and gals took advantage of
My
this.
team's going to actually show you those people here in a second. That's FOMO. That's urgency. That's reality, by the way. That's transparency. That's like, dude, why are all these other people doing that? Now, why do you want to use FOMO in an offer? Okay, this is the FOMO. There's a reason you want to use FOMO. Everybody, you have to understand that the number one reason people don't buy from you is because people are insecure about their ability to make a good decision. People do not trust themselves. It has nothing to do with trusting you. FOMO is a trust issue. This isn't a trick. This is trust. Okay, if you've ever seen a line outside of Sprinkles, the donut shop, or around what was the hamburger place where you had to wait? In-N-Out. I'm like, goddamn, what am I missing? I'm driving down the road, man. I see people standing outside of Sprinkles. What am I missing? Okay, I see them shit, I'm hungry now. Okay, now the D is something very, very few people perfect. And this is stupid if I don't. Okay, I think one of the reasons my company's been so effective is we basically put together offers that you would feel stupid to not do it. When I offer $21,000 worth of products and services, which is what I see right here, strategy call, the networking group, the 7-figure coaching calls, I set you up for 3 weeks and then spend 2 more days with you after giving you all this great content for free. and give you the profit planner. I teased you with the expanded profit planner. I'm showing you how much you don't know, and it's all contained in this program right here. Okay, and then I'm going to spend 2 days with you just answering questions about where you're at and where you want to go, and basically giving you private coaching for 2 days. When is that?
It's February 17th and 18th. I
Yeah,
believe
this is
the date.
17 days
Yeah,
away.
17 and
This
18.
is 17, 18 days away. And I do it without you having to travel. I'm basically, no offense to anybody, if you haven't taken advantage of it. At this point, it's stupid if I don't do it. It's stupid if you don't do it, okay? It's a $279 offer. It's a $21,000 product. I'm trying to get you $1 million worth of new income. I can't promise you I'm going to get it to you, but I can promise you this. My team will do their part. You basically pay $297 for the course. You write it off your taxes. It's a tax deduction. And then I give you a credit in my store for $297. Literally zero risk on your part, okay, to do this. But I do need your time. I need you to show up. I need you to download the program. I need you to plan the scheduling call, the strategy call. I need you to do the unbreakable business for 14 days. And guess what? I know that you're not sure that you'll have time to do it. I know that. Look, most people don't do anything with anything. 83% of all books that are bought are never read. Okay, we have people that pay $20,000 for first front row seats for our biggest conference in the country. We spend 1 year, $10 million planning this program, this event, and we have people that don't show up. It's crazy, dude. Okay, I know that you're not sure about you. That's why I made this offer so stupid. It's stupid. It should be called stupid if you don't, but we didn't want to offend anybody, so I just say stupid if I don't, okay? And at this point, guys at grantcardone.com/go, there's zero risk for you, grantcardone.com/go. And if none of this was enough, I'll give you a 100% money back guarantee if you're not satisfied with the program, as long as you don't go use the credit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now, let me back up one thing. I want to give you guys one thing about this marketing thing that I left out. In my notes. As you can see, we planned this for you for today to make this work. Yeah. I want you to take these notes, okay?
This is for offer development, when you're creating offers.
Yeah, this is offer development. You're never going to have one offer anymore. Okay, if you're taking notes today, dude, you're going to have 10 offers. You're never, ever going to have one offer on anything. Okay, now I have one offer for you today because it's so stupid if you don't. I don't want to confuse you with a second, third offer. However, I could if I wanted to. And by the way, one way to help people, see, when people are confused, they don't what?
A confused mind
don't move. They don't move anything. One way, by the way, that doesn't mean you don't give people choices, okay? Because some of the choices that I'm going to give people actually help people understand how you're confused, okay? Now, the $297, some of you won't buy it because it's too cheap. I know that. I'll promise you, a third of the people watching right now, 1/3 of the people, for every 3 people that are watching, you're like, dude, $297, bro, come on, why is it so cheap? You actually have that, okay? Mm-hmm. For you guys, we have a $7,000 offer. It's called
$6,500.
I'm sorry, $6,500 offer. It's called a seven-figure accelerator. It's available right now. You can call our office. 310-777-0255, 310-777-0255. You want to tell them what's in the 7-figure?
Yeah, so basically what the 7-figure accelerator program is it's a program we put together where every single week over a period of 52 weeks, myself, the senior executives in charge of revenue generation for the company go through and spend a week, an hour every single week teaching you something new to go implement in your business. So the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get Cardone University for an entire year.
Just time out. I'm not selling you this right now. I'm showing you this. Cardone University is a $30,000 program for $5,000. You get it for 12 months. Weekly coaching calls, private weekly coaching calls. 10X Your Business Interactive, which is this program, basically a virtual 2-day event. Yep. I'm giving you that. And 2 essential workshops. Could be on marketing, could be on sales, could be on people, could be on leadership.
And so these are live in our office. Yep. So you can do those live or virtually. So just think about how we've created the offer. You get something over a year that you get to do on your own, which is Cardone University. You get to do an interactive event, which is the 10X Business Interactive event, where you actually get to start networking and connecting with other people. You'll see how that works when you come to the event next month. You get the weekly coaching calls where you get to learn live from us, and you get to build community and meet new business owners. We have a Telegram group chat that we use that has hundreds of members of this group that are in there that are asking each other questions about their business all the time.
And supporting one another in business.
And you get the 2 live events that you get to come either in our classroom. We do a sales workshop for 2 days and then a marketing workshop for 2 days. That's in our classroom, in our offices. So we're hitting all these different points for you in how we're engaging with you.
Yeah, which is back to this, okay? What am I doing right now with your offer? Okay, you guys understand? Remember, we started today, I said, hey, how many different paths can you get to $1 million? You cannot depend on one path. Why would anybody do that? This is insanity to have one job, one income. Have one wife, okay? Like, don't have one path to take care of your wife. Have many paths to take care of it, okay? So here, this is for you guys that are like, oh, dude, maybe you're making $1 million a year. You're like, I don't want to spend $297. I want to spend $7 grand. Call the office right now. They'll hook you up. I don't even have a page for you to go to right now. Grant Cardone, call Grant Cardone's office, 310-777-0255. The other thing that you could do is invest $40,000 in what's called a 10X 360. This is where this is for business owners. You're doing $1 million a year or more, and you want to sit down and go over your business, and we're going to get into a 2-day deep dive strategy, marketing, finance, people. It's a 9-course pre-event series, meaning we go through 9 things in your company before you even come to the event, and then we build out a 90-day plan and work in each of your departments, from finance to shipping to engineering to delivery to sales and marketing. We work through the entire organization.
Then we have an offer for $190,000. Then we have an offer for $450,000. Then we have the opportunity for us to partner with you in your business, where we have about 30 partnerships that we've already created with business owners that represent businesses in different industries. So the point of Grant going over all of this is that you need to have offers that go from free, like you guys showing up here, you guys are participating in this right now, from free all the way through to something high-end that can
Today is free, right?
Yeah, today's free.
So what happened today was, see what we did was we did our math. We did our profit planner math. Okay, the biggest audience is going to be free, 26,000 people. We spent money, by the way, to get that list. That's a list for us, okay? Now, you guys that were smart enough to show up today, congratulations, by the way. Now it's like, okay, that's A. Now B, what do we start offering people? So this is the notes you want to take down here. Remember, there's an 80-20 rule. This is not science, okay? Like they lied to you about, most of the science people lie to you about the science. I'm not telling you this is a precise science, but we figure we spend 80% of our public is always free. Okay, so that 20%, somewhere around 20% converts. Then that 20% starts breaking down, okay? Okay, so this is called the 80-20 rule, okay? 80-20 rule. B part of that is always have an A, B, and a C offer that you want to show somebody. An A, B, and a C. There's a major, and C part of this is this. You have an A, B, and a C. You have an A, B, and a C offer, okay? And then the D part of this is, not to mention A, C, and D with A, B, and C, but there's a throwaway. Okay, like Jared gave you guys like 5 throwaways. He shouldn't have really gone there, okay, but he did, because then it's like, oh shit, it's too much.
But but that could just as easily be free.
Yeah.
$100, $400, $5,000, and $9,000.
Yeah, if you guys watch me in Undercover Billionaire, I offered Matt an acai bowl business. That was the throwaway. There's always a throwaway in an offer. There's something you want to offer your kid that you know they're not going to do. Okay? Like you're trying to get somebody to move on something, okay? So today, here's what we're doing. I'm just being transparent with you. You guys that want to make $1 million a year, you're going to do this. It's not going to turn anybody off. You guys that you want to make $10 million a year, you want to grow your business 10x, this is not going to turn anybody off. The only people this turns off are the people that don't do this. Okay? So guys, I have an offer. You can do nothing, by the way. That's A, do nothing. I'm good. We're still gonna get our, we're gonna go to $200 million this year. I mean, $600 million, okay? B, 297, no risk. I'll give you the 297 back. C, you could pay $6,500. Okay, you could do this. You could do this. I wonder if, by the way, this is why people call the office. Hey, if I do the 297 and decide to upgrade to the 6,500, can I get credit for the 297? Of course you can. And then you're going to owe us whatever, 60. It doesn't matter, But I'm getting the phone to ring now. Okay. The third thing we'd like to do at some point in the future, if you're a real business, one of these guys over here, we want to get in your company and take it from 10 million to 100 million. Would you invest 40 grand to add $10 million? I think you probably would. Okay, and you'll probably have to, by the way, okay? So those are your marketing offers. Now, I just want to give you some other notes. I gave you these notes about the marketing offers themselves. Build before you create. Market before you build, landing pages of senior, and the FOMO. Okay, remember that? All right. Now, take advantage of this, guys, if you want to. I know this is fast. It's coming at you fast. You can't even remember the first 3 things I gave you. I guarantee you, because it's like, dude, it's hitting me with so much stuff. Okay, first thing, you got to think big. Number 1. 2, surround yourself with great people. Okay. Now, this is where we're at now. Once you start marketing, what's going to happen? When I start yelling for the who, that's all I'm doing now, not the what and the how. This has got nothing to do with what and how. This is where everybody fails. Y'all go to what and how, and I don't, okay? I go to who, okay? You want to write this down. This is rules for building your who. That's what this should be called. A, own your list. Steal your audience back from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, TikTok, the event, the speaking gig. You have to steal your audience back without looking like a thief. Okay, you have to figure out how to get your audience off of X and onto you. Now, I'm not going to give you all the little tricks that we do to do that, but I can tell you I have 16 million people that follow me online. Okay, 160,000 of them last year gave me money. That number is amazing. I've actually never acknowledged my company on how well we do on this. Mm-hmm. We do unbelievable. Okay, that's 1% of my total audience paid me money, some amount of money. This is the monetized part. The monetized part is not the best part, though. Okay, it's the 14,400,000 people, or whatever that number is. Is that right? No, 840,000. The 14,840,000 of which feel good enough about me that I could actually contact them again in the future, and I can keep building that list out. B, you want to convert your social to outbound emails or text. Okay, I'm giving you a list right here. You're writing a list down. You're not going to remember this. C, grow your list as part of your metrics.
So that's one of the things you're measuring
for your profit planner. Okay, we're gonna get into this in the Unbreakable Business.
So the question would be, like, for this particular one, it would be, how many names did you add to your list yesterday?
Yeah, exactly.
How many names did you add to your list today? Like that, it has to be a constant metric, because this is the most valuable data that you have, is the data that you own. If the internet went, like, there was, what do they call that when the power grid, the power grid goes down and it's down for 3 months, like, your database, assuming that you have that someplace that you can access it.
Yeah, you won't.
Bad example. Well, no, because we would.
But let me tell you, who you know is more important than what you know or how you're going to do it. Guys, who knows you is senior to who you know. And who you know and who knows you is senior to almost everything. If the world goes to hell, you will not, you will need who can help me with a ranch, who can help me with weapons. It will be about people connecting, in Jared's example, okay? In business, if you want to grow your business, it's like, who do I know that would support my business? If you want to grow your foundation, your charity, who can help me grow my foundation? It's not the idea, man. It's who knows who to connect you, okay? So you got to grow that target metric. D, hit the list. You guys do not know how to hit your own list, okay? You do not know how to send an email. Oh, I have a copywriter. How much are copywriters? What does a good copywriter cost?
I mean, a good one's going to be a few $100,000 a year.
Yeah, I mean, you could have somebody charge you
They make as much.
$75,000 for one.
Yeah, they make as much money as a salesperson. A great salesperson.
To write copy, and they're not writing copy for just you. They're writing copy for multiple people. Okay, so you got to hit that list. What are you going to hit them with? Could be a text message, could be a subject line that's important. It could be an email. How long is the email? Is it a long email, short email? Is it video? Is it a text message, a video message? And E, you got to keep hitting this list, which means what? E, rules for building a list. You have to have tremendous amounts of range and creativity talking to these people. Webinars, Zoom calls, things like we're doing today, okay? All right.
51 million emails in the last 30 days.
We sent out 51 million emails in the last what?
30 days.
30 days. 51 million, how many is that a day?
1.5? 1.2 million, yeah.
Yeah, okay. In 30 days. All of them have to be created differently, okay? We know this, okay? The average consumer has to be hit 8 to 12 times to have a conversation. It's got nothing to do with the email. Like, oh, your emails are poorly written. Yeah, the first 7 didn't get looked at. What do I care? Okay? It doesn't matter in the beginning, okay? Now, new list. Ways to monetize. Okay, I want to give you guys as much as I can give you. If you decide to never do anything with me today, at least you'll say, hey, dude, that guy gave me a lot of information in an hour and a half, which I'm already over. Okay, here we go. Okay, ways to monetize your list. We're going to go fast now. Email marketing campaigns. B, scheduled call campaigns. C, text message campaigns. We go over all this. D, webinars and Zoom calls. There's no company that does more webinars or Zoom calls than this company right here. And if you know them, I'll give you $1,000 to tell me who they are. I want to go study them. Okay, and E, special events. F could be special offers, okay? Big events, a private event, exclusive event, an event here in our classroom, could be an event where I'm traveling on the road, could be a meetup. There's 100 different ways to do special events that cost the company nothing. Every one of you, by the way, on your way from where you are now to where you want to go, I'm giving you guys the path, okay? You want to go to 1 million more? You want to go to 10 million more? You want to go to 100 million more? You want to go to 1 billion more? Let's go. How many different ways? Because it's not going to be one way. I'll tell you who does this extremely well. Elon Musk. This guy knows how to monetize many paths and many ways, and one of the people that we actually model, okay? All right, next page, new note. How to fund your expansion. When you're doing all this, you're trying to get from here. You're making 160 grand a year and you're trying to get to $1 million. You're like, dude, how am I going to fund this activity? You want to make a note here. This is the genius of the business. The successful business person is a genius in the next area. I'm never giving credit for this. I'm called a salesman, a promoter, a marketer, a real estate guy, a great speaker, a leader, the 10X movement, but this is what I'm really good at, managing cash flow. If you can't manage cash flow, you're going to jail. You have to manage cash flow. If you don't manage cash flow, your customers are going to be upset. You're not going to be able to deliver, okay? You're going to go bankrupt. You're going to get scared and you're not going to be able to manage your business. Funding your expansion is the lead side of this page, okay? Number one, in the beginning, as it was in the beginning, reinvest everything, okay? So let's say I'm going from 160 right now and I somehow figure out how to make 300 grand, but I'm on my way to $1 million. Do not trap this increase. Reinvest it in the activity, okay? Reinvest it back into the activity because you're trying to go to the think, you're not saving money. I did not do this right in the beginning. I wasted 10 years of my career. When I went from 160 to 300, I saved it, dude. I was like, I need that extra, I need to save that money. That was a mistake and you shouldn't make it. Reinvest, go back to your think. The first thing is the think, the goal, the target. 2, the second part of this, you need to become the frugal fanatic. Not frugal in your business, but frugal in your lifestyle.
Can I say one thing about this? Because like I've been running a lot of the coaching groups for Grant over the last 10 years. And one of the things that happens with people is their business starts growing and they start making more money is they've struggled for so long. And maybe you're in this spot right now where you're like, man, I'm trying to hire people. I'm not making any money. I'm trying to get this thing to work. And then you start having a little bit of success and you start having some money left over. And what happens is you want to hang on to that money because you're like, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually had money. But that's the moment that you have to continue to double down and reinvest. That's the point of what Grant was saying. I hear a lot of people get stuck in this. They're afraid to put that money back in and then they get stuck and they stop growing.
You're afraid to put it back in because you don't have your target clarified and you don't have anybody around you saying, bro, the goal is not 300, the goal was 1 million or 10 million or 100. Like you stopped along the way because you became a frugal because you're around other people that are like, save your money. Save for a rainy day. You need a 90-day savings account. You don't need a 90-day savings account. You need more production. Income is the solution to all your problems. New customers, not what, not how, but who, okay? So become frugal. Number 2, become frugal, and you want to make a note here, in your lifestyle. When I make this first move, okay, when I go from a $160,000 earner to 300, I do not improve the quality of my life. That don't even happen right here. Okay, I'm probably not going to improve the quality of my life until I get to the next level. Mm-hmm. If you guys want to get super successful, you need money and you need a lot of it. Okay, anybody tells you you don't need a lot of money, you're hanging around the wrong people. Okay, you're not going to save your way to grace, but you can overspend and become a disgrace.
How hard do you think that is for people when they're in that transition?
Because when when this guy goes from 160 to 300, he thinks he deserves something. You don't deserve anything until you get to the target. So you need somebody like me kicking your ass saying, no, dude, you're not going to reward yourself right now. This is what you were supposed to be doing. Oh, I'm doing so good now. No, you were doing so bad then. Because if this happens quickly, and it could, okay, this is not a time for reward. This is a time for you to be like, dude, what have I costed myself all this time thinking like a knuckle brain? I was thinking small because you were thinking small because you're surrounded by small people. And so this is not the time to celebrate. This is the time to focus and double down and go to this $1 million, not to go on a vacation. The third thing here is called the 5-4-3-2-1 rule. Now, Jared's around me. I don't know. Jared's been around me 13 years. Dude, guys, I do this without even thinking about doing this. I'm doing it right now in a house that we're doing. My wife and I, she wants some stuff in the house. I want some stuff in the house. And then we get in an argument about what we're doing in the house. So I always go to the 5-4-3-2-1 rule, okay? 5-4, we got to have the 5-4, okay? The 5-4, boom, got to have it, okay? This is a little less, but you got to have it. This, we're going to talk about. This, we ain't doing it, and this was stupid. Okay, you can go one way or the other. This is, you and her agree, okay, a 5 and a 4, we have to have it. I mean, you can't do this project without doing that. Or you're at the store and you're buying something for your kids for a birthday, or you're doing something for your customer. 5s and 4s we got to do. 3s are maybes, they're question mark. This is where you have the convo, right? I'm redoing my studio. Guys, do we need new lights? Yes. Okay, if I can do them. Okay. Do I need a new chair? Nah, not really. Okay, well, let's talk about it. Okay. Nah, the chair's stupid. Okay, boom, it makes it 2 and we don't do it and it's over with. This is called 5-4-3-2-1. As it gets lower, you don't need it.
Lights done.
Okay. Thank you, Johnny. Okay, so watch. I'm going to go buy, I need a new belt. All right. Let me just show you some things that make a change here. 5s and 4s will make you money. 5s and 4s should make you money. 1s and 2s are excess. I didn't need to do that. Okay, like the thing at the house. There's some stuff we're doing there that's just, it's ridiculous, dude. It's like, it's stupid. It's stupid to do it, not stupid if you don't. Okay, this is a tax write-off. You will find out that 1s and 2s make money, produce income, and, okay, how could I turn this belt into a 5 or a 4? oh man, my pants are falling down. I got to have a belt today. Nobody's pants are really falling down except some of these kids that want their pants to fall down, in which case they wouldn't buy a belt. Okay? But if my pants were actually falling down, okay, or if I just wanted a belt, how could I make a belt? Oh, what if I put my brand on it and had 10X on it? Now, that 1 or 2 or 3 becomes a 5 or 4, okay? A house. A house is probably a 1 or a 2. At best, it's a 3. Because it doesn't produce money, it doesn't have a tax write-off, okay? It doesn't expand you, all right? This is finance and managing cash flow. It can be done at a household level. It can be done at a personal level. It could be and should be done on a business level, okay? Okay, the offer, folks, if you want to learn how to manage your cash flow, how to grow your mind, how to grab $1 million or 10 million or 100 million, how to add the right people to this thing, how to use the profit planner in detail, and most importantly, if you want to let me and my team help you over the next 3 weeks, if you're willing to invest $297 in the next 3 weeks to spend 2 days with me going into this in detail, go to grantcardone.com/go, grantcardone.com/go. I'm going to give you our profit planner, the Unbreakable Business. How long is the
It's about a 7-hour program.
It's a 7-hour program. I need you can get through this easily before we meet.
5 core concepts of business.
5 core concepts of growing your business. The 7-figure coaching calls, the networking group, free access.
Which is the coaching calls you get a weekly call between now and the event. So every single week, you actually get to participate in our 7-figure accelerator calls where we're teaching sales and marketing things that you can do in your business that don't cost you any money.
And the strategy call that you can take advantage of today when you schedule at grantcardone.com/go, grantcardone.com/go. It's up to you to take advantage of that call. And what you want to do in that call is you want to share with my team member, what problem are you having? What problem are you having? Where do you want to go? What's keeping you from getting there? Do you think the potential is there? Do you even have a business or an idea that's scalable? Okay? Look, if you don't want to do better, don't do this. If you don't want to do better, if you guys don't want to start racking up some real money, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, do it. If you're not, if you're comfortable, if you're happy, don't do it. But if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're a guy like me or a gal, and you're like, dude, I got this ambition to do something great, and I want to make more money, and I want my company to be more successful, and I should be, and I don't want to depend on the government, and I'm worried about inflation, and I want to grow, and I should be growing, grantcardone.com/go. When you click, I'm going to give you all this, and then I'm going to give you a credit, and if that's not enough, I'm going to give you a money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied for any reason over the next 21 days, just say, dude, I want my $297 back. You take your $297 back, I'll take my credit back, and we're even. You're basically already even when you.
And you got to participate in this, get access to the programs, and you got to come to the interactive event. We offer that every time we do this. Nobody takes it because what they get at the event is so incredible. In fact, I wanted to just bring up a couple people really quick. You mind if I do that?
No, go ahead.
Just a couple people who I know have had some big successes. I want you just to hear from people who are winning, who are putting this material to work in their business. Do you have Kim? Do you have Kim Guillory? Kim, how are you? You there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There she is. Kim, how are you?
I'm doing so good. Listen, I have like 4 pages of notes.
You know, and it's funny that you say that because Kim has been through a lot of our programs before, and she's still burning notes on her notepad. Can you just introduce yourself real quick for everybody here?
Kim Guillory, I'm from Louisiana. I'm a business coach for wellness practitioners, spas, and clinics.
Okay. And so before you went to the 10X, the Business Interactive event, what were some of the problems that you were experiencing in your business?
Well, one thing, I was trying to solve the wrong problem. So I was focused so much on systems and things that I should have been focused on, like after the $3 million point, that was taking me away from messaging, marketing, getting like exactly what Grant was saying even today. Like hearing it again, it reminds me I'm still in the habit of trying to jump the gun and go solve a problem that I don't actually have yet.
Yeah. Yeah, the mechanics is what you're saying. So it's like the same thing Grant was talking about before. You know, one thing we said before, Grant, before we came in here, is he goes, man, I got to make sure that they understand the importance of gross revenue, because without gross revenue, there's no net profit. And so like the primary focus needs to slide into revenue creation. So what was it that you got out of the interactive?
Well, I got an action, like I knew exactly what I was going to do whenever I left there. I got really clear on my messaging, my branding, the things that mattered, increasing my email list, my social media engagement, stopped worrying so much about getting the product 100% before making the offer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And so where were you at before you started working with us and going through our programs?
Right around 227.
And
227 what?
227,000.
Is what she was, and how long ago was that?
A couple of years.
Okay. And where are you at now?
Not even that long. I don't think so. So 578 and over 600 with like household. About 640,000 household.
That's where you finished up last year?
3x.
Mm-hmm.
What's your target for this year?
My target's 5 million. You see, I'm still kind of choking on it, right?
Yeah.
From 500,000 to 5 million in just one particular area of the coaching. And just doing what I did last year, I'll be at 1.5.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kim, thanks so much for being here.
So she said something really important, by the way. Kim, thank you. When she said the 5 million, she's like, I'm choking on it. Folks, you will always choke on a big target. Okay, you will. I do all the time. Every time I tell myself my new goals, which are private to me, my kids don't know them, my wife doesn't know them, Jared doesn't know them, they're private. The reason they're private is because I don't think I can do them. Now, you guys see me brag about a lot of stuff online. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. What you don't hear is what I really think I'm going to do. Because why would I tell you what I'm going to really do? Number one, I don't think I can do it. So why would I risk it? You know, to tell you, okay, one day I'm going to be blah. And then I scare out and don't do it. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep it private. So what Kim said was she's gone from, what, 100? What'd she say?
From 277
to 600.
To just under 600K.
600.
Yeah. And she's
and
on track.
she wants to get to 5, but she's like, I'm choking on it. So understand, it is normal. You are going to not think you can do it. Now, I believe Kim can do it. Okay, how many of you in the chat, you think Kim can do it? Just put in the chat, yes, Kim can do it if she stays with it.
Absolutely.
Okay, now she grew up in Louisiana.
500. 500's easy now.
Yeah.
It's the 500 to the 5 million.
Yeah. That becomes daunting until you do it, and then you're gonna be like, God, I was just thinking too small.
Yeah.
So you guys just throw it in the chat if you think Kim can do it, if you're supporting Kim in doing it, if you want to, like send her some $5 million vibe. Okay, she's from Louisiana, man. If you come from Louisiana, you think your thinking is like the size of a crawdad. Okay, like you think small because everybody there's suffering. There's a lot of suppression and oppression in the state. Most of the places you go to today, there's suffering, man. All you got to do is drive down the road. You don't see people doing well. You see suffering. And then you drive through the big neighborhood with the big houses, and you're like, oh, my God, notice how inspired we all get. Oh, my God, what are they doing? Oh, the big boat, the plane. What are they doing? What's he doing? But when you're driving through your neighborhood or the neighborhood I grew up in, you're covered up. You're surrounded by suffering, getting by, struggle, grind. We even call it the grind, okay? It's work. Like it's all hard, okay? Jared, let's talk to our next.
Let's go to Glenn.
Success story.
Is Glenn up? Glenn, what's going on, brother? How are you?
What's going on, Jared? Uncle G. So awesome to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Love to have you here, dude. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Glenn. Today I own a marketing agency. In the one I help business owners who struggle with setting up their landing pages, their sales funnel, so they can generate more traffic, close more deals, make more money.
And so talk to me about where you were at before you went to the Business Interactive event.
I was at zero. I was actually homeless with my wife and kids before I went to the Interactive.
Wow. Wow.
Because not knowing how to run a business took me there. Yep. I lost everything.
And so what did you learn at the Interactive that changed things for you?
Definitely to not underestimate the massive action, the commitment, the discipline that is needed in order to achieve your goals and targets.
And so when you started putting all that stuff to work, I mean, obviously you were at zero. So like,
Yep.
what happened for you? Like, where's your business at today?
It was life changing when that happened. I went from zero to $140,000 within 6 months. Today, gratefully, within the marketing agency, I'm on track to do $1.2 million. So
Amazing.
extremely
So
life
from what to
changing.
what?
From zero.
And
He
this
was
is
homeless.
real.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
Where are you located?
I'm in Naples, Florida, Uncle G. Can't
Yeah.
wait to find you some deals
Yeah.
out here for the real estate.
Let's go, man. So you got a wife and kids or what? What's the situation?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I have a wife and 3 kids.
How much
And
do
we
they?
are 10X family.
Yeah. How much do they depend on you doing well?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. They're my everything. They're my reason why I do what I do every day.
Yeah. Does your wife work?
She does. She's a business development executive for Hotwire Communications.
Yeah.
She also is within the community. So everything that we're learning together, we're going towards the same vision, same targets, same goals.
Good
we
for you,
all
man.
into this.
Good for you. That is so important that you guys are working together. How important when you're thinking about what's your next target?
My next target is going to be within 5 years. I want to be at 3.5.
Okay, good.
Realistically, I know
now-
I could do more, but that's what I'm going.
Just so I understand, is this about the money or is this about just taking care of your family and being successful as a man and a provider and knowing that you can take care of the people around you? What's this about? Is this about watches and cars or is this about?
It's about definitely showing my kids what is possible when you put the intention behind it and then take massive action with the right information.
Yeah.
Which I did, and I'm getting the result, which is your information.
And what advice would you have for anybody watching today about getting involved in this?
Don't hesitate. It will be the best investment in yourself. It will be the best investment that you ever will do. And you mentioned earlier, continuously invest in yourself so you can become the person that you need to become in order to achieve your goals and targets.
Dude, thank you, man. Thank you for doing what you do. Tell your wife and kids hello, all right? 10X everything.
All right, last one. This is a great couple here that work
you know,
together.
the thing that I love doing about this, Jared, is that people we get to know these people.
Yeah.
So guys, if you want to get in this network of people that are achieving and supporting one another, grantcardone.com/go. I look forward to seeing you guys, your testimony.
So we still got 3 more strategies to go, but right now I want to bring up Mary, Beth, and Mike. They have a great little business. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys. Hang on, no sound here. I think you guys need to unmute.
Our bad.
Go ahead and introduce
Hello.
yourself, guys.
Yes, we have a company. Mike and I have a company called SpiceX. It's a software company that makes sales and marketing professionals do everything that they dream of doing and connecting all their data together. And business owners can combine all that data and find it easily. I got to say that I started seeing Grant a couple years ago when Mike had found him, and I actually have a little bit of sympathy with Grant. I was almost his mom a few years ago. Mike doesn't know I was going to say this, but he had bypass surgery 7 years ago.
Wow.
And we had 3 kids, and I needed to be more involved in the business. And I've been spending the last few years getting more involved, learning the things that I didn't know, and figuring out, making sure we're going to take care of our kids and our family, and finding Grant and all his programs have just been tremendous. The things we didn't know about business and I didn't know, and to help
What were some of those things? What were some of those things, Mary Beth? What were some of those things that you were struggling in your business before you started coming to the events and going through the programs?
Well, the biggest things were sales and marketing. I mean, we had like no marketing. We were a technology company. It was all nuts and bolts and techie and geeky and didn't really understand how to run a business and how to make a business successful. And we came to a boot camp and we paid to come to the good boot camp, a lot of money, and to come to what Grant's offering here is just crazy. To be able to have that for such a ridiculous price. I mean, we learned so much. We learned what to do. We learned where to go next and to start implementing the things that we needed to implement.
Yeah, and so what were some of the things that you learned at the boot camp that helped you guys out, Mike?
Well, I think a number of things. The first and foremost was that I was trading time for money. I was, the guy, and, as Grant said a few minutes ago, I knew everything. I had to do everything, and how to scale, how to focus on what was important to grow the business, and build that sales and marketing, engine, get the team going.
Where were you guys at when you found us? Where was the business at?
When I found you, I was having the worst day of my life. It's a long story. I won't go into all that, but we'll just say that Grant's a Facebook post came up with 10X rule when I found the book, and it gave me the courage to get through a real knotty legal problem with somebody trying to steal our technology. After that, it got me into the whole changing my mindset and understanding to build the business. And in the last year, we've gone from a loss to 577K in profit.
So you swung from a negative to over $500,000 in profit.
Yeah, profit.
It was a $500,000 plus swing. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But bigger on the profit side than on the downside now.
Yeah, that's good. What were your revenues last year?
So 2.7.
2.7 million last year, and then what are you guys projecting to do this year?
We'll more than double that this year.
Yeah, that's amazing, guys.
We're actually do much.
We've grown our pipeline tremendously to get our demos and get things rolling with sales. And
we're under NDA on a couple of deals that will actually be as big as it could be as big as the company or the current revenues. So.
Awesome. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done, Grant, for us.
Thank you, Grant.
And again, money is about families. Money is about your business. Money is about your employees. If you don't have the money, folks, you can't help your family, can't help your business, can't help your employees, and you can't grow. So first thing we talked about today, and when I do this, I'm helping myself by giving back and by getting more understanding. This should be taught in your business. Everything that we're teaching you guys today, all this, everything that you got at grantcardone.com/go, make sure you guys are sharing this with your company, your employees. This does not have to be a decision about just you. Every person that came up today talked about their spouse being on the same page with them. Share this with your spouse. Let this be part of the strategy call, the networking group, the 7-figure coaching calls, the unbreakable business. Do this with your kids. Jared's watched me now for 14 years that we've had our kids. He was there the whole time I had my kids. They've been listening to my BS for 14 years, and you can see it's rubbed off on them. Their confidence, what they think about, talk about, their intellect. If you talk to your kids if you let your kids watch Disney all day, that's all they're going to know. And that's dangerous today. If you let your kids listen to this today, whether they're 2 months old, 2 years old, or 20 years old, get them involved now and get your spouse involved in listening to something that's constructive, not destructive. The link is grantcardone.com/go. We have less than 10 of the strategy calls left. Less than 10 of those left. If you want to grab that, if you have any questions.
I had them open up a couple more slots. Just they filled up. I got that text message. We opened up a handful more.
Okay. 310-777-0255. If you have any questions, if you're having struggles, you clicked it, you grabbed it, and it didn't transact, whatever, I always have a phone number here. Why? Because we have a big staff, okay? Just to tell you my success again, I had 3 employees. Today we have 1,000 plus people working at this company. I remember when I had 3 people and I made $1 million a year. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing good. I got three people. I'm making $1 million a year. I was paying them whatever I paid them, maybe a couple $100,000, and Grant kept $800,000 less, whatever the expenses were to go deliver it. I did good. Okay. You know what's good? This year we'll gross $600 million and build a family, a network of people. These people are benefiting. We have people here that came in the shipping department. Now they're making $300,000 and $400,000 a year. We have people that came here as salespeople that are now executives. We have people that come in here, they came as an employee. Now they're running a department. Now they're investors in our other businesses, and they're winning in life. They're growing their families. They're getting better educated. They're getting more financially literate and financial freedom for themselves and their family. I would rather personally build a business with 1,000 people than a business with 3 people. Why? Because it's more fun, man. It's more fun to have partnerships. It's more fun to do stuff. It's more fun to discover. So make sure you guys grab that today, grantcardone.com/go. We're going to take it down in about 6 minutes. 2 things I got to finish for you. Okay, funding and expansion is what we just left. The last thing is building out your team, which is what I'm talking about right now. This is a 10x scale, okay? This is scaling your team. Do we have the scaling? Did we get the scaling?
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
It's at the end, yeah.
I have a partner, Brandon Dawson, man, phenomenal. God does phenomenal on scaling. How do I start scaling out my business, okay? Number 1, you want to write this down, building the team. Double your self-calculation. I gave it to you earlier. Okay, the only one? You're the only one? Okay, good, dude. How many, what's the number that it takes to 2x you? To 2x, okay? So if it takes 4 U's, add 4 U's, add 4 people, 4 slackers, 4, oh my God, I can't find good people. How many bad people would it take to double you? There's some number, dude. There's some number where you're like, okay, I got another one. Okay, so use the double yourself calculation. Okay, 2, people don't cost money. You got to get this out of your head that people cost money. They do not cost money. People do not cost money. People add revenue. So if you divide $600 million by 1,000 people,
600,000.
The average person in our company contributes $600,000 just because they have a warm body sitting in a chair. Okay, 3. Build offers for your team, not just your customers. So remember, your team is built around people. Whether it's 3 people, whether it's just you, let's say there's just you, or you're going to have 10 yous, okay, or you're going to have 1,000. All the offers should be built the same way they were built around you. See, when you make an offer to somebody, you know how to do your offer, and that's why you're producing money. You're out going to sell your own products or services, whatever. You're going out to tell people what you do, or you're going to collect $80,000 from one person to work there. You know how to present yourself. Now you got to get 10 people to know how to present the offer. Then you got to figure out how to get 1,000 people. Build the offer so these are easy to do. This is a little trick that we do here, and you'll see this when you come to our sales and marketing workshops. We'll talk about it in the Unbreakable Business. The offer needs to be unbreakable, okay? It needs to be, oh God, this is a simple thing to take advantage of, particularly for those of you who haven't scaled yet, okay? Now, the next thing that you have to do in these 10 things is follow up. You got to follow up on everything. This is probably the hardest part of business, because people think that they're going to tell somebody something one time and they're going to just do it. They're not. Your customers not, your employees aren't, your kids aren't. Okay? Make these notes on follow up. New page. Follow up. Number 1, frequent and consistent. Number 2, it's called the 80-8 rule. Okay? It's called the 80-8 rule. 80-8. And the reason people don't follow up, okay, 80% of your clientele will have to be followed up 8 times to do anything one time. 80%. Every once in a while, you're going to get lucky. You're going to be like, oh, you see, that worked. Oh, that's a good guy. No, you got lucky, okay? You got lucky.
One of the biggest sales research reports that were ever done found that 44% of salespeople never even follow up once.
Yeah.
So it takes 8.
Don't even make it about the salespeople. 44% of companies do not follow up once. You got a lead, you paid for the lead, you discovered a lead, and nobody called them back, okay? Just call any company today. on a Saturday or Sunday. You won't get a phone call back. Okay, I might not get it back till Monday or Tuesday. Then it's too late. I forgot about it. Number 3, when are you following up enough? Do you even know what enough follow-up is? Okay, because we do. We know the exact metric that says we are following up enough. Okay, now, next thing you're going to do is scale your process.
This is number 10.
Okay, number 10, break points. This is $0 to $1 million. From 0 to 200, it is all about promoting and profit. Okay, right? At this point, you're thinking about how can I hold the money? Unfortunately, most people get stupid right here and go buy tennis shoes.
And this is really where you're like, as the solo producer of the business, you don't have employees when you're doing less than 200 grand a year in income, in revenue for your business. You can't support it.
Okay, 200 to 400, you're looking at profit and process. Like, okay, I'm adding a couple people, I need to teach them something. Thank you. Okay, 400 to 600. Give
me your water bottle.
That's fine, I'll just take this. 400 to 600, you're thinking about people. I got to add people. See, in the beginning, I'm making a couple $100 grand a year. I'm like, okay, I need to get to more people because it's just you. And then it's like, okay, I got to learn what I'm doing. I'm trying to duplicate what I'm doing. What am I doing this work in? If you're going to go from 200 to 400, you're a basketball player. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, I got to get better at my game. You decide, hey, look, man, I gotta get a team. Okay, now you're going to add people to your basketball team. Maybe you're going to become the Harlem Globetrotters and you're going to go out and sell tickets. I got to build a team. Mm-hmm. Okay, from 600 to 800, you're still looking at people. 800 to 1 million, you're still looking at people. Okay,
and the target is at $1 million in revenue that you have no more than 5 employees, because that takes you to 200,000 per employee of revenue, which is on the bottom end of where we would have where we would engineer a business to target.
Right. Now, when you start scaling out the business and not scaling out just yourself, if you could screenshot this, that'd be cool. My partner, Brandon Dawson, expert at this, wrote a book.
9-figure mindset.
Huh? 9-figure mindset. 0 to 1 million, you're focused on the why. Okay? Why do I want to make more money? Why do I want to get this product into the marketplace? Why? Okay? When you get to 1 million and 3 million, at some point you got to pay attention to the what. What am I doing? Mm-hmm. What is Bob doing? What is John doing? Now you're going to start running into what's, who's, how's. Okay? 3 million to 8 million gives you another break. 8 million to 15, another break. And if you've ever noticed these businesses, most of you will never run into a business that makes $15 million. There's not very many of them out there. And all the way out to 15 to 25, 25 to 45, 45 to 75. I moved through all these breaks. Now I'm going to show you a little hack. Okay, here's my little hack. I'm 30 years old. I had a $1 million, I didn't know anything about these breaks. I had a $1 million business. I got a partner that brought on a $3 million business. Notice the breaks. That took me from 1 to 3. I actually skipped because I brought a partner on. I had my little thing and I added a guy. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you another little hack. I'm doing a deal and I got this other guy. I added a third partner right in here too. Now I got 2 partners. I got me, beast mode every day, plus 2 partners. Okay, bang. I got 6 million. Where am I at on my break points? If you see my graph, Johnny, do you have that first graph? Or is it all the way back? You got to go all the way back, Johnny? Don't go all the way, but just show them. I exploded, okay? Like, show them that graph, Johnny. This is me, nobody. And man, I'm nobody, guys. Like, I don't have a credit card at the time. I don't have a name. I don't have books. Nobody knows me. I'm just hustling. Okay, if you look between 2000 and 2010, if you look at before that, before anybody knew me, there was no money coming in. I was just freaking struggling. I'm not flying private. I don't have a plane. I don't have 1,000 employees. We're just grinding out, okay? Now, 2010 and 12, that's where everything changed for me. That's when I started getting introduced to how to whack the system, okay? Back to me, Johnny. So what we did was over here, we started investing money in the business in 2010 and 12, all the income. And we started saying, hey, we're going to scale these businesses. We're going to go out and help other companies like I'm helping you today. We're going to go help these other companies. And you're going to see me go from literally like from $3 and $4 and $5 million a year all the way stepped into to level 8. Okay, we scaled to breakpoint 8. Go back to the
breakpoints.
Yeah, see, this should match. We should just have this over the breakpoints. Okay, now boom, went in 2012 to 2000. What are we in? 24. 12 years. We went from breakpoint 3 to breakpoint 11. I went through, we do $125 million every 3 months now. So why am I telling you that? Because once you get the steam going, like down here in the early, the why, the what, the who, the why am I doing this? Okay, what am I doing? Who am I doing it with? That's when you're going to start scaling. We're telling you guys how to skip it. I'm trying to get you guys to accelerate so that you become unbreakable through the break points. All right? And so that you get the support you need. This is why the networking is so important, the group's so important, the strategy call is so important. This is why over the next 3 weeks, we're just going to hang out with you for, what's the date? Okay, today's date. This is today. That's what I need. Okay, and we just need to hang out with you for 21 days. They say habits are made in 21 days. And on these 21 days, we're going to do 2-day event, 1 and 2. Okay, these 2 days are going to come back while we supported you. I need you to do your homework between now and then. Just give me 21 days. Give me your full attention on the Unbreakable Business. Stay in the support group. And then on these 2 days right here, bang, we're going to come in and go live and we're going to put all this information together. Okay? The offer is stupid, folks. I mean, let's keep it real. It's a $21,000 offer. It's only $297. I'm going to give you the 7-figure coaching, the profit planner, the one-on-one strategy call, the Unbreakable Business System, the private networking group. You can't buy these things, okay? And I'm going to give it all to you for $297. Johnny, back to me. $297. When you go to grantcardone.com/go, grantcardone.com/go, the $297 gets credited against your purchase. So you literally paid nothing for the purchase. You get a full $297 credit at my store. And in the next 21 days, if you decide you don't want it, just call us up. Boom, we'll give you a credit. No questions asked. 10X your business interactive. grantcardone.com/go. grantcardone.com/go. Okay. So takeaways today. Okay. What are you going to do when you leave here? By the way, I gave you 10 things. I gave you 10 things. There's 277 things that we look at in our business to hold this thing together, this machine together. And I'm going to tell you, it's easier to hold 277 things together than it is to hold the 10 together that I gave you today. But first, we got to get your business right. We got to get your head right, okay? This thing, I'll promise you, this don't matter until this is right, okay? This right here, your head. What are you thinking about? You're going to get what you get, and you're going to get what you think about. You're going to get what you ask for, and you're going to get what you go for, and you're going to get what you drive for, and you're going to get what you see. If you see problems, challenges, issues, I can't find good people, money won't make me happy, I don't know a way out. If that's all you can see, I can't help you. But if you can see a destination, okay? If you can see a destination, I'll give you the network, okay? This is the 5 things I want to provide you with while you're here. Number 1, I want to provide you with a network. Your network is your net worth, okay? Whoever this guy's surrounded by, whatever this neighborhood this guy lives in, okay? Whatever network he lives in is what he lives in, right? If you grew up in poverty, everything around you is broken down, you're in a rural town, everybody's suffering, working their asses off, and people hate life and things are hard, guess what? That's all you can see, man. That you have no view of the world ever being better. Okay? First thing I'm going to change for you guys is that. How many people are in this network?
In the seven-figure network right now, there's probably 300.
I'm gonna give you access to 300 people that think as big as I do. Would that benefit you? Would that be worth it? Okay, literally, they say your network is your net worth. Okay, second thing, mentorship. If this guy has a mentor, and I've interviewed some of the most successful people in the world, folks, Tom Brady, Mike Tyson, Usher, people in the arts, people in business, my friend Tillman Fertitta's worth $12 billion. Every one of these people say this, dude, if it wasn't for the mentors that I had. Now, the mentor can be a positive or the mentor can be a negative because everybody's got them. Your dad, your mom, your upbringing, your network is a mentorship. The lack of network is a mentorship, okay? The examples you see across the street are mentors. The TV that you watch is becoming a network and a mentorship. The third thing I'm going to give you is the big think. How can I hang on to this? Not for a day, but for 21 days. Just let me help you guys maintain a big think for 21 days. Throw it in the chat. How many of you think if you could just maintain big think for 21 days, something about your life would change? I'm so glad I did this, but how can a small startup like me make the kind of money he's talking about? Elizabeth, we're going to walk you through exactly how to do that. By the way, throw your questions down, okay?
I mean, the easy question to ask is, Elizabeth, does anybody do what you do that makes more money than you do? Like, can you think of a business, if you're in real estate, can you think of a realtor that makes $2 million, $3 million, $4 million bucks a year? If the answer is yes, then it can be done.
That's what we always do first, right? The first is, hey, okay, it's not just big think. It's like, I'm going to make $1 billion. Okay, I believe you can. Why? I'm the right network. I'm the mentor. And I can maintain your big think. Now, if you can maintain your big think for 21 days, folks, I guarantee your life will change forever. If you go to the gym every day for 21 days, your body changes. If you change your diet for the next 21 days, not for 21 minutes, 21 days, your body will change, okay? If you change the way you think for 21 days, you will change the way. Now, if you change for 1 day or 2 days, nothing changes. Mm-hmm. Number 4, can you persist when things are tough? This is why we didn't set this up to sell you something. We provided you with an opportunity to support you so you could buy something. So you could, more importantly, invest in yourself. We're going to help you persist, and so will the group, not just us, will persist when things go tough. So when you schedule your strategy call with our team one-on-one, make sure you tell the person on the call, when you're talking to one of my guys, say, hey man, hold me accountable. When things are tough, just tell them, make sure I show up, okay? And we will, okay? Number 5, how do you overcome problems? Okay, I want you guys to write down, what are the biggest problems you're having in this today? What are the biggest problems you're having right now? I want you to list 5 problems that you're having right now in your life, not just today, but in your life, in your business, in your expansion. And then throw them in the chat. Yes, you can definitely do this as a one-person company. There's no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Foot traffic.
Yeah. RV dealership.
Panic. Me, courage. Get in front of the right people. I need a coach. Overwhelm. Focus.
Donkey Kong feels overwhelmed.
Okay, overwhelm. I'm sorry that I'm overwhelmed you today. It's just that's why we need to slow this down, Jared. Mm-hmm. Cash flow. I'm writing down the problems, folks. This is going to be everybody's problems, by the way. Free time. I don't have any free time to start a new business. Okay?
Previous bad investments lost $500K.
Bad investments. Okay, good, but you know.
Believing in myself, believing in possibility.
Self. That's why we made this so easy for you guys to do.
technology stack, time.
I don't know what business to start. Dude, start the business that makes the most money. I need a reliable mentorship or coach. Okay, good. I'll help you. Don't listen to broke people. Family drama. Okay? But you know what? Here's the deal. If you guys enter a bunch of family drama, Johnny, they see me, Johnny, while I see this? Okay. You guys involved in a bunch of family drama? It's because you don't have anything to do, man. If you were busy building a $10 million business, you would not have time for family drama bullshit. You're like, man, I got a lot of drama and I got a $10 million business. Good. Go to 100 million, you won't. You'll have some other drama. Attracting employees. If you had a bigger business, doing better, making more money, you would not have problems attracting new people. We put out an ad 3-4 weeks ago. How many people responded to that ad?
600.
600 people hit us. Yeah, I'd work there. Okay. I have 60,000 in savings. Can I invest in real estate? Yes, but you need to get a business going. Okay.
You want to go over the sequence?
Fear to show up. Okay, good. Show up today. Just break that and let me help you. Okay, the sequence?
Invest in you, then invest.
Yeah. This is
the sequence of investment.
This is the sequence of how you guys should invest in yourselves. When you're looking for change in anything in my life, okay? Let's say I want to change anything. It doesn't matter what it is. First thing you do is you invest in you. The first change in any kind of change sequence, okay, whether it's finance or just physical change, right? Let's say I want to get my kids to work out. I need to go work out. Okay, I want to make more money. Okay, I need to fix me, not my CFO. I don't need to worry about my sales department. I want to make more sales. Hey, you guys need to do a better job on the sale. Maybe I need to go make the sales. Maybe I need to go make the calls. Maybe I need to understand exactly how that script is working or not working. Number two, you invest in them. Them that is closest to you. First me, then my business. First me and then my business. And the third thing is other, okay? Other where I can't lose though. This is how I'm doing money. This is really about money, finance, and financial solvency and financial intelligence. I invest in me, that's tax deductible. I invest in them, tax deductible. By the way, both of these are 5s and 4s. You remember the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Okay, others, this is a 5 or a 4, always. I'm not going to dinner just to go to dinner. I'm taking other people to dinner so I can get some business. Look, there's a lot to cover. I mean, I just can't do it all today. Okay, I apologize to everybody. Hopefully you walked out with more than you bargained for today. This was completely free to you to come and listen and learn and to get excited about. Hopefully this won't be the last time you're excited about it. Hopefully you guys invest in you today to get a them so that you can get some others, right? Now, this is what you could do today. You could do nothing and just do what you did.
Well, if they do nothing, then nothing changes.
Yeah.
You keep getting what you're getting.
Yeah. So nothing changes. Well, you could listen to this. I mean, maybe, Jared, it's not fair. Hey, they listen to this. You could take this and do it yourself. You could just do it. Say, I'm going to take the stuff that I like today, that I heard today, and I'm going to take that stuff and I'm going to turn that into $10 million. Okay, good, man. Please let me know when I see you out there in the streets. I see you at the grocery store, I see you at church, or I see you in the street. Stop me up and say, Graham, man, I listened to that thing you were doing the other day, man. Shit, I made $10 million because of that. Please let me know that something happened, okay? Because that makes me feel good. The second thing you could do, I don't trust, by the way, that most people do that, though. I just want to tell you that'll happen in less than 0.0000005% of situations. Number two, do it with us. Let me help you. I'm not going to help you forever. I'm not promising to make you a billionaire. This is not a promise to become a billionaire. I'm promising you this. For 21 days, I'm going to give you the unbreakable. I'm going to give you the 7 figures. I'm going to give you the networking group. And I'm going to give you the strategy call today. I'm going to send you the profit planner and how to use it. Okay? And if you're not happy with it, I'll give you 100% of your money back. Okay? I'm going to take this down in 12 minutes. GrantCardone.com/go. Okay? The third thing you could do What's the third choice, Jared? They could do nothing. They could do it with us.
Well, they could try to do it on their own, which is what they learned today.
I already did that. Do it yourself.
Yeah, I know, but that's what those are the options. You can
There's
take
no third option.
You can take what you want, what you learned today, and you could do nothing with it. You could decide you want to do nothing with it. You could implement nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like you could do literally. You could just go. That was a waste of time. And
Yeah.
by the way, there have been people that are saying this is a waste of time, and I promise you that these people will never get past the first thing that we talked about today, which is you have to change your mindset.
Yeah.
You have to look at this, because in the same chat, there are people going, this was unbelievable. I can't believe how much value this was for free. This was insane, because they're looking for the opportunity. Like, you actually have to look for the thing that you want. If you don't believe it exists, you're never going to find it. So the first thing you could do is absolutely nothing. You could literally leave here and nothing will change for you. The second thing you could do is you could take these 10 things and you could go try to do it on your own, which is a valid option for you.
That's right.
You can try to do this on your own. But just know that without mentorship, without guidance, without support, that you are venturing off to doing something on your own. And nobody has ever done anything remarkable on their own. No big company was ever built because of one person. No great product or service was created and delivered to the marketplace because of one person. Nothing happens because of one person. So you can try to do that. And most people will struggle through years of trying to do it on their own before they come and do what they should have done in the beginning, which was, dude, how can I make this go faster? And that's why people do things with us, is because they want the outcome faster. They want the information, they want the strategies. Like, this guy's gone from $0 to $600 million. He's a billionaire worth $1.2 billion today. Like, don't you think that it would be a good idea to get close to him to learn what he did along the way? This guy's seen more ups and more downs than all of us combined.
Johnny, can you show them just like once a year? We're going to be doing this in April, just to show you some of the rooms that we do. If you guys aren't familiar with me, I've been so fortunate in my career. Growing up where I grew up to be where I'm at today is like mind-boggling, and it is because of one thing. Okay, I have never been number one and number two. I've never done nothing. And I've never tried to do it by myself. I went to treatment for drug addiction when I was 25 years old. It's the last time being a drug addict was the last time I ever did anything by myself. For 40 years now, I have always chosen to get help from other people. The counselor, the support, the coach, the mentor, guidance from my church, doing it with the team, looking at it with Jared, studying the metrics, joining up, bringing partners on. Show them, Johnny, some of the stuff we do. Dude, I reach out to Steve Harvey because I want to know about TV. I reach out to DJ Khaled because I want to know about music. You know, want to know more about the Magic Johnson. He's an investor. Pitbull. I reach out to these people, spend time with them. These are big audiences, sometimes 34,000 people in a room. Kevin O'Leary on investing, Drew Brees on the NFL, okay? You guys can have access to all these people. A-Rod, Snoop, okay, Usher. Okay, Johnny, back to me. No one does anything big by themselves, ever. In the history of planet Earth. You guys that are like, I'm not going to do anything, I can't help you. Okay, you're going to do it yourself, you can't help yourself. I'm telling you. Nobody's ever done anything by themselves this big. I implore you, if it's not me, find someone this year that you can do something with over short periods of time. Not long periods of time. You do not need to make a commitment to 21 months, but give me 21 days. 21 days, and watch what happens with your think. Watch what happens with your network. Watch what happens with your money, and watch what happens with the possibility. Because whatever target you guys set today, I can promise you one thing. When you do it with us, within 30 days, the target you set today will be too small. I remember when I wanted to be a millionaire. Now I look back at that and say, that was stupid. That was a ridiculous concept. You know, I remember when I wanted to be rich. I'm like, I just want to be rich and take care of my mom. All these were dumb ideas. I remember when I wanted to be a best-selling author. It's a terrible business. I remember when I wanted to be a speaker. Awful business, terrible business. I remember I love being an educator, so it doesn't matter what I do. I love being an educator. That's why I'm here with you today, educating. I would do that if it never paid me a penny. I like educating because the more I educate, the more I learn. So I want to help you. I want to help you. I want to help your family. If that resonates with you, take advantage of this. GrantCardone.com/go and give me and my team 21 days. You're going to start on, let me just lay out what you're going to do first. You're going to go check out, and you're going to get sent the Profit Planner, which you'll have in an email, and the Unbreakable Business.
Yep.
Start on your Unbreakable Business right after you do your strategy call. Okay, my team, my private coaching session given to you, you cannot buy this, is given to you one-on-one. We're going to talk about 3 things that you need to do in your business right now, and this is available. How many slots do you need to open up for this?
Let me see.
Okay, they're probably backed up, so you might have to get on a couple hours to actually schedule the call with you. I'm giving you this for free. Yeah. So even if they can't do it today and can't do it until tomorrow, don't complain. It's free. It's on me.
I'm going to drop 20 more.
Okay. Jared's going to open up 20 more for you guys to take advantage of. GrantCardone.com/go. You're not paying for that. I'm giving you that call. If you want to do the call, do the call. And what you should do in that call is just like, these are 3 things I got to get clear on. These are 3 things that are blocking me. These are 3 things I'm having trouble with, okay? And they're going to tell you where in the program that you can go to find the answers to this. Keep in mind, we're going to do a call every Friday, every what day?
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, we're going to do a call. Every single Tuesday, we're going to do a call for 3 weeks. And then I'm going to come spend 2 days with you. I've only been here 2 hours today. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 full days with you, and you get the recording of the 2 days interactive so that we can go over all your questions and get you exactly what you need to get you on your way to another million, 10 million, or 100 million. Hey, the bigger you guys can think, the happier I get. The bigger you go, the bigger I can go. Okay, I want to thank you so much for being here today. We're going to take this down in 4 minutes, under 4 minutes. This offer will be taken down. You'll never get a chance to do this offer again. GrantCardone.com/go, not at this price anyway. GrantCardone.com/go, GrantCardone.com/go, GrantCardone.com/go. Let's go. Let's make this the best year you've ever had. Let's get that next $1 million racked up for you and your family. And if it's not $1 million, let's go to 10. If you can get from 10, you can get to 100. I know you can. The opportunity's out there. Let's go achieve it for you and your family. Who got it? 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 Yeah, sure that money is calling. So I gotta ask who got it. Who got my money? Say who got my money? Who got my money? Say who got my money? I gotta get it. What you finna do about it? I'm finna get it. Hey, deal estate. I hear the money knock.